Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taskforce Echo, a StarCraft RPG actual play series. Words just went out of my head. I'm John. I'm the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got back on track. And just as a reminder to everybody watching on Twitch, we are now Twitch affiliates. So if you'd like to throw some bits our way, there's a button in the chat. You can click there. Throw some bits our way. Give us a cheer. We appreciate all of that. We appreciate all our bits. And yeah, we should be running okay this week. Those of you that have been in the chat for a little bit, you saw us do a test we ran the stream for 30 minutes. No frames were dropped in that time. So theoretically, we should be fine this week. We'll find out if that's true. I now turn it over to William, our GM for the evening.
Hey, I am William, and I am serving in the capacity as the Kaprulu sector for the StarCraft RPG campaign. Let us begin by introducing our player characters, starting with John.
Hello, I'm John, and I'm playing
Korlash, the Primal Zerg.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I play Koronix, the Nerazim Protoss Dark Templar.
And I almost said Stefan. Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Stefan, the Terran agent.
And Cody.
Hey, I'm Cody. I'm playing Oswald, the Terran pilot.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Ava Sweet, the Terran medic.
And Sarah.
I'm Sarah, and I play Rachel, the Terran who's good with flamethrower.
All right. And when last we left our heroes, they successfully retrieved Shauna Briggs from Dead Man's Port, and
retrieved.
On the trip to before even deciding where next they were going to go, a whole lot of shit went down.
That's an
a perfect
understatement.
way to play it.
It would take a very long time to describe everything, but in general gist, it was a showdown between Korlash. You have the same name. Damn it.
KOR is a fun three-letter beginning of a name.
Between Korlash and Stefan, the realization that Brother Rasputin has some kind of unique ability to track your movements or has some kind of information on you. And also a unique revelation of Stefan's unhinged nature. But we arrive at Unity Station in preparation for an eventual journey to Char to retrieve Richter from the burning world. As you all leave the ship, you were greeted by the trio of Matthew Horner, Alexei Stukov, and Faye Smith-Carax. Stukov, his first remark to you upon greeting you was, "I believe the group of you need to get to Char." And that is where we left off. So.
Indeed, Alexis Stukov.
And once again, Sarah, Rachel served in the UED, which means that Alexei Stukov was one of the primary commanding officers that was in charge of the expedition as a whole. And last time you saw him, he was definitely human, not whatever this infested thing that he is now is.
Right.
He looks like a human Zerg hybrid.
This is a bit troubling.
Last you had heard, he had died. Apparently he had, but something else had also happened.
All right, well, I retract my previous statement. It's more than a little bit troubling. It's quite a bit troubling.
It's a non-zero amount of troubling.
Yeah, I find this to be most unsettling. But I will not mention it, as I am not rude in public.
Koronix is
Really?
gonna walk up to Faye Smith-Carax and just try and have a private conversation with him, like
far as
do
you know.
with Protoss.
So for the group of you, Cornix just steps up to like roughly a foot between Karax and himself, and the two of them just stare at each other as they're having a conversation. None of you can hear it because it's all psionic.
I would like to see if I can listen in on that.
No.
You can't.
Protoss are very good at whispering.
Simply inform him we've retrieved one of the missing members of Taskforce Echo. There seems to have been some intelligence that she has brought with her that is enabling us to find or at least track the next missing member. Also, she is very technically advanced, particularly in merging Terran and Protoss technologies, so you may wish to speak to her individually, given that she's the one who made the alterations to the Akundalar. However, as we are approaching Char on our next objective, I would like to take some time to upgrade equipment as necessary, if I have your permission to do so.
Certainly. Be my guest, and I would definitely very much like to take a conversation with this Shauna Briggs.
Very well.
And I'm just gonna look. Matt Horner is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking over at him and gesturing at the humans.
Matt Warner, the squishy ones will require additional protections for Char.
And Cornix cloaks and vanishes.
Alright. Matthew looks at the group of you. Yeah, that is the case. We'll need to get you something with some environmental protection if you're going to set foot on the surface of Char. Stukov, if you want to have a conversation with Zagara about letting a Terran task force land on the surface of the planet, I'll see what I can do about getting these people outfitted.
Yes, that would probably be best.
I just bought some armor last time I was here that was pretty expensive, so I think I can just add some shit to it. That'll make me...
Yeah.
That'll help me.
Question for the GM, is the sort of power armor that I think someone nicked for me off of a corpse?
No, it was bought for you. 405 light power armor is environmentally protected. Most power armor is environmentally protected. In fact, just about all of it.
Just checking because I wasn't sure.
In the meantime, I require essence.
And I'm going to go stalking to hunt and eat a Zergling.
So, as far as I can tell, both of the aliens are gone at this point.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Is-
wait. Let me do a thing. It's what is it? Hang on. Trying to figure out what my numbers are. Yeah, okay. 44. I'm 44 worth of gone. With my 44 stealth check.
The two aliens with the really similar names are, as far as I can tell, disappeared.
Yes.
With their really similar names.
Yep, disappeared.
I like that
All
you
of
tried. I like that you tried.
All of you alien names sound alike to me.
No, it is my dyslexia, not Ava's. Everything.
I made the statement earlier, so...
I mean, we have the exact same
So-
length of name. It's just the last 4 letters are different.
Nick / yeah.
Yeah.
If I had a different character, I would be making fun of that.
And the core A are in the same spot.
Yep.
No, they're not. There's an L between my core and A.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway.
Well, now that he's gone, I'm going to look at Stukov and say, you better get that boy in check. He damn near killed Cornix.
Yes.
Wait,
Indeed.
he killed who?
He almost.
Well,
There was an
everybody
incident.
knows.
No, I'm talking to Stukov.
Oh,
Indeed. Well,
So talk whatever sense you have into him,
I will see what I can do.
because
but
we almost put him down out in the field.
I am no Dehaka.
But if he does it again, I'm not going to hesitate again.
And I would not expect you to. Should any member of the task force become a danger to the group as a whole, I expect them to be dealt with.
Absolutely.
Horner's the Terran representative, correct?
Yes.
Relatedly, and I will quietly hand him
I
a
have
profile
no
of
poker
stuff.
face.
All right. So you hand a data pad over to Matt Horner.
Yeah, we previously talked about what I was doing.
Yeah. What you have on it?
I gotta roll a perception roll on this.
Oh yeah. Should I roll? Actually, no. I'm not being stealthy, so it's probably. That's a 20.
Oh no, that was Oswald's roll.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my perception.
That was his perception to see me.
Oh. Okay.
First. That's a 37.
The one time that Jeremy doesn't roll like Jeremy.
Right?
Still not good enough to see me. But...
I would.
Fitting.
If you had
I don't
rolled
care about the Zerg.
if you had rolled lower, I would have said that you saw the data pad, but you probably could have misinterpreted it as being about the encounter with Koronix. But you see the data pad, and you're pretty certain you know what's on it.
So I am going to grab my data pad really quick. And send a command to the adjutant Vera
Mm-hmm.
to execute my contingency plan.
All right.
Ship explodes.
Vera is
Yes,
out of
yes.
range of that data pad.
Really?
Okay.
Aren't we standing in front of the ship?
Yeah, right in front of
her
it.
range is in the ship.
Ah.
But everything else that is within the ship, she can get her hands on.
Okay, that's fair. Hell, I probably don't even realize that part. Because my computers, it's like... Yeah, anyway. That's fine. That execute... And that's not the primary concern, because I imagine that there's not much I can do to prevent one thing from happening. It's the second part
Yeah, that's fine.
that I'm more concerned about.
Vera does her job as you had given her.
Excellent. And I just stand and I wait, watching them curiously to see how this is about to play out.
As Matt just kind of thumbs through the data pad. Occasionally his eyes flick up at looking at you, Stefan. Continues to look down and scroll through the data pad.
Fully calm.
Huh. Well, this is certainly quite the predicament you've handed to me, Miss Sweet.
I apologize. I felt
Eyebrow
it was
cocks.
outside of my pay grade, so to speak.
Well, these kinds of actions that you've reported to me are certainly within the domain of previous iterations of the Dominion and its previous style of governance. And while I don't personally condone the actions of one Stefan Knezevich, I understand that they were from a tactical standpoint and mostly logical. However, it is my current assessment that your continued operations with Taskforce Echo will be more of a hindrance than a help, Mr. Knezevich. As such, we're going to have to take you in a little bit for questioning. I doubt a full court-martial will be necessary, but perhaps a reassignment. You seem to have been doing well while you were on solo operation. Perhaps we'll see a return to that.
Look over. There's a brief flick of the eyes over to Ava, and then back. Of course. I would be only too happy.
All right. And he just kind of looks over his shoulder and whistles a minute and, like, gives a snap of the fingers. And, Garrick, Smith, Stone, come on. and a trio of individuals in suits of powered armor, two of them carrying heavy Gauss rifles, one with a shotgun, approach. Smith, Stone, take Knezevich over to Holding, and we'll have a conversation with him later. Garrick, hold here for a moment.
Yes, sir.
And so the two soldiers take Stefan. They're not like dragging him by the shoulders or anything, and I'm assuming you walk compliantly.
Yes, there is just, as you're walking away, just a brief look back, specifically at the good doctor, and just a small, completely humorless smile. And then heads off.
Ava probably looks. She's assessing.
Oh my
Right.
God, that portrait has changed.
That was a little too on point.
While I enjoy being a ninja on occasion, there's some work that I'm more proud of than others. Can't let that transition go uncommented.
Right. NCO Garrick.
Yes, sir.
It currently looks like we're going to have a little bit of a shakeup in Taskforce Echo.
Aye.
As Stefan is being walked away, Matt Horner calls over his shoulder, "Mr. Knezevich, who did you have stationed as a second in command?"
Oh, that would be Koronix.
Seems like good judgment.
I like to think I do.
Son of a
It
bitch.
would have been hilarious if he had just said, it would have been hilarious if he had said Corlash and then walked off.
No. Stefan is all about what's important for the team as a whole.
God damn it. I always end up in charge of you.
I mean, you don't have to stay in charge.
Yeah, you can now relinquish.
Give it to
I
Rachel.
abdicate
Give it to
responsibility.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel will just turn the ship into a
Rachel.
floating mariachi party.
Make Rachel the captain. No, she doesn't even know my name.
Or maybe she does, and she tries to control you and keep
Give
you
it-
in her power by calling you something else.
Give it to.
See,
Give
you
it
all
to,
were worried about
See, that
Stefan.
might be the strategy,
That's
but it
the real
certainly doesn't
later.
feel like that
just
at
give
all.
it to Corlash, and we'll become Reavers, and then just.
All right.
This
so,
is why I'm in
Sorry.
charge of you guys.
So, Horner, looks like there's going to be a bit of a shakeup in Task Force Echo, and since they're down a man, I'm going to be assigning you to their assignment. I just said assign really a lot in one sentence.
All right. Can do, sir.
And it looks like Koronix will be assigned as new commanding officer, so you'll have to get used to working with a Protoss.
He looks over it. Yes, can do that too, sir.
Also a Zerg.
It's pretty fucking weird.
Now, Brit. Okay. I mean, if you say so, sir, I'm. That's what I'm here to do.
I'm sure you'll get used to it very quickly, and I hate to tell you this, boy, but you're going back to Char. I know it sounds like I'm dropping hell on you in about 5 minutes.
Nah. I mean, that if that's where I gotta go, that's where I'm gonna go.
At this point, I believe that man could tell him he's going to have to bathe in sweet cream butter and dance with a May bonnet on his head, and he would just say, "Why, yeah, I'd love that. Thank you. Let me roll over and let it happen to me." Good Lord.
He
Think
just
that-
grins and
Think
is
that
like,
fella's got a backbone anywhere in that body of his, or we just...
he just goes like,
Rachel-
"Well, I need
Rachel,
a
he
pay
can
upgrade
hear
or
you.
something like that."
I am
Oh, in that
authorized to be
case.
the consultant.
Oh, in that case.
I mean, Addy.
Oh, wow, the interactions are going to be fantastic.
He is the worst kind of people. Not including whatever number 7 is, and then that dog thing that's no longer a dog thing.
Fang.
Yeah, well.
Corlash.
No, he's Fang.
His name is Corlash. He has made a decision to change it, which is,
Well,
as I
yeah.
understand it, reasonably common given his species and culture.
Yeah, but when I was down there, he gave a reasoning for that. He said that Fang was a child's name, so I'm going to keep calling him Fang because he's been nothing but a angsty teenager since he can talk.
And then
So
Oswald
until I see
is
differently, he's
found
going to be Fang.
dead.
That would just prove him right, and you know it.
Doesn't matter. Fang Corlash doesn't give a shit. You think there's reason behind that?
Well,
So I'm sorry. What's somebody's got two names here? Because that might get confusing. I don't keep track of that kind of stuff very well.
No,
yes.
one of the members of our team is a Zerg and has
Right. That's what
undergone
that's what the admiral
transformation.
said. I'm still trying to absorb that.
He's undergone transformation, and with his recent enhancements, he has chosen to transition from the name Fang to the name Corlash. Just call him Corlash. Understand, there might be someone, pointed look at Oswald, calling him Fang.
All right, I can keep that straight. That's fine.
Well, and then you
I'm
got
sorry about the confusion.
this
No,
one.
it's fine. It's I've never been on a team with a Zerger. Yeah, okay, this is going to be a new experience, but I'm all for it.
Just so you know, and so you aren't startled, both of them tend to be very
Sneaky as
filthy.
fuck.
I would venture to say on the edge of invisible.
No, Coronix is actively invisible at times.
Yes, I'm trying to soften the blow.
I mean, so am I.
You don't need to soften the blow. This man would if his boss told him to, he'd lay down underneath the tractor's wheels and let it roll over his soft and mushy parts.
We really
Now
need
that's
to
not
talk about
entirely
it.
true.
Oh, sorry, not a tractor. A motor car?
Nah.
Welcome to the
I
military.
really
So-
do apologize.
A
She
bicycle?
is a consultant. And does
Quite
not
all right.
have proper
She's new too.
etiquette training.
And
A
from my
child's
understand-
wagon with the squeaky wheels? Squeak, squeak.
from my understanding, both of you hail from the UED expedition, so you should have quite a lot to talk about. I understand both of you know about home.
Yeah, that's not a thing that we talk about anymore.
Nah.
No
But, hey,
offense, fancy
Nope.
pants.
Oh, I'm no fan. I ain't no fan.
I
I
weren't
think she was
talk-
talking to Horner.
I weren't talking to you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I used to.
You may have gotten
It's
rid
weird.
of the
It's like
captain,
nothing but
but you're
insults,
still
so you
not.
don't know where it stops.
Yeah, well. Gotta keep some surprises in life.
Did I get a
So-
chance? Did I eat a Zergling yet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I will try and send a datapad message to Cornick saying we have a new team member.
Also,
I don't
you're
know
a
if that's
captain.
gonna work because he doesn't know his tech very well. But he
What would
does
that be? A
have
science
phone.
roll?
I mean, when she sends the message, you hear a beeping noise from the data pad on your hip.
We have
Okay.
a new crew member. Also, you're now in charge.
We have a- I don't mention Stefan being replaced. I just say what I said. We have a new crew member.
Okay.
All right.
Meanwhile, Aunt Mira is laying in a ditch at the edge of town.
I got a 10 on my science.
Yeah,
I'll
that's-
answer that later.
it's enough to figure out how it works.
Oh,
Get it
new
to
people.
stop beeping.
Is it just text, or is there like a photo of the guy, or?
There's probably just a basic photo attached. Like,
It looks like
Okay.
a Marine in power armor.
His Tinder profile.
if he's on the ship, he's not invading or something. Is kind of the
Right.
Yeah.
hope.
No, yeah, just total perfect example of the classic football player kind of look, blonde, square jawed, a little bit of scarred up on the face, slightly.
I keep thinking Johnny Rico from, I keep thinking Rico from Starship
I
Troopers.
mean, it's
Yeah.
not that far off. See the picture.
Speaking of, I need to replace character images.
And then whenever I get done hunting, I'll head back to the ship because I don't have anything else to do at the moment.
Did I ever get that Dirk token?
It was sent. It is in Slack currently.
All right, let me
It
go
is
get
the
it.
most recently shared file in the channel.
Cornix is going to be headed to the archives to provide some information to archivist Aldrin regarding the information that he got. Aldarin, sorry. I misspelled his name. To provide the information that he acquired, specifically details regarding Shauna Briggs's hybrid technologies and the intel that he gathered on Dead Man's Port / Dead Man's Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would he need environmental protection on Char, or is he okay?
You would probably be fine. I'm gonna
Okay.
say hesitantly.
All right. In that case, he's going to go try and look for an upgraded weapon once he gets an updated status on how much honor he has.
The shield would provide environmental protection so long as it was up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're wearing power armor, but I think the power armor also has environmental protection. So.
And I'm a Protoss, so I don't need to
your shielding would definitely provide protection from environmental hazards.
Okay.
If it went down, you might start suffering effects. But
Okay.
But yeah, once I'm done hunting, I return to the ship.
all right.
Stealthily, as you can see by my second roll.
Ava will be looking for Corlash, but
After the
impossible
group of
for me to
you
get that roll.
handle with Stefan, Horner looks at the group of you. All right. Now that you're all together, come with me, and we'll see what we can do about getting you either some environmental protections or some suits of power armor if we have any available.
Ava's actually probably currently wearing power armor.
Yeah, you're wearing your light power. You're wearing your light powered armor, so.
I just need add-ons because I got, well, mechanically I have tier 2 armor, so I can put stuff on it. The light
Actually,
combat armor.
That's actually just Rachel and
Dirk.
Oswald.
I got my power armor. I don't
No,
know.
Dirk's
I have-
got power armor.
Yeah.
I have light combat armor.
So-
I can just add stuff to it.
Yeah.
Yes, they're gonna go fine.
hmm
Yeah. So Oswald and Rachel are the only two that need upgrades.
Yeah.
They were the squishy ones.
I can be
The
squishy. I don't
sniper
have
and
to
the
be
person
close.
with the flamethrower were the squishy ones.
Yeah, squishy ones. You
Well,
have
yes.
soft flesh, not hard carapace. I don't see what's so difficult to understand.
All right. All right. So the two of you are led into the Terran end of the command center, and towards the armory, where Matt Horner walks into the room and just kind of immediately everyone in the room is at attention, just like arms at the side or saluting. At ease, everyone. I'm just looking for some upgrades for our task force. As everyone goes back to their business, an officer steps up. Yes, I believe. What exactly can I help you with, Admiral Horner? Well, we need some environmental protection. This task force is about to be landing on Char, so we need something for heat and potentially radiation. The armory tech just looks at the two of you. Yes. Would you like full hard suits or simply environmental protection for your existing armor?
I'll just take the environmental protection.
Rachel?
I'm looking.
Hard suits is a slang term for power armor.
I've got terrible armor, so I'll take whatever you're given.
Very well. Are you used to working in powered armor?
Sure.
The question he's asking is, do you have the power armor training talent?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, but you're also like right about to level up, so it shouldn't hinder you for too long if you decide to take it next level.
No, I don't have that, but I'm very adaptable to most types of situations.
Very well. I'm sure you'll learn quickly. Let's see what we've got.
Well, that weren't patronizing at all, but whatever.
Scientist types tend to get that way. Sorry about that. Horner just kind of says over his shoulder.
Show her the business side of some sort of...
Jesus. Rachel's so angry at everyone.
Rachel is super aggro. It's amazing.
We're like the dwarves.
The scientist's voice comes back over the hallway as she calls back. Do you like fire?
What kind of a question is that?
We have a fire bat suit in the armory.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
yes. I do
shit.
enjoy a good flame.
Very well.
All right.
Does Rachel now have a spring in her step?
Smoking.
No. If she got a spring in her step, someone would pop out and shoot her. But no, she maybe looks a little more excited.
Fired
so-
up.
A pair of Marines in regular power armor, because they kind of need it to lug this stuff around, wheel out a suit of CMC 660 powered combat armor, which is like twice as broad as regular Marine powered armor, and both of the fists end in a pair of twin nozzled flamethrowers.
Oh. You ever had one of them religious experiences that some people talk about?
Nope.
Well, shut up. I believe I may be enjoying one at the moment here. That is a right beautiful thing.
And you can find it in the core book, the 660 powered combat armor. The image is right below it on the next page.
Page 113.
Well, I don't know
It's
if
a
they
big
have.
old boy.
I don't know if they have the thing. I know something that would make me have a religious experience, but we're in the armory,
Don't
right?
be gross.
Yeah.
No, Jesus, woman. I'm looking around for a sniper rifle to see
I
if
mean-
they have one.
I mean, there's plenty like on weapon racks, but you've got a sniper
Yeah.
rifle.
Yeah. I have a long rifle
Mhm.
that just does more damage than a sniper rifle right now. But yeah, I'll just point to like a big 50 cal or whatever that's like that. That would be fun.
That's just
Maybe upgrade.
that's just a wee little poinky thing.
And that's just a suit that shoots fire. I mean, yeah, that sounds cooler now that I said it.
That's
But
Oh my god, that was
But still.
amazing.
everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, my thing's just better.
Oh wow. Let's see. Yeah. They can put an environmental protection upgrade onto your armor. It'll just take up one of the upgrade slots.
Okay, I think that's the last upgrade slot that I have.
All right. So your armor is maximized at the moment. We can't put any radiation shielding on it. However, radiation is much less common than simple heat on char. Just try and avoid areas of intense radiation, and you should be fine.
We go to the one place.
Well, I mean, my communicator and my digital uplink go through my mask. Does that doesn't
I'm afraid
count?
radiation doesn't really care what you're wearing.
No. Yeah. I was for my upgrade slots is what I was saying. So yeah. That's what I have it through.
And are you actually full on upgrade slots, or do you have one more?
I had one more. I just had it all lumped in with my
All right.
combat
then,
armor
then they
slot.
will also put radiation shielding on your armor.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Because it comes with 2, and I had communicator and uplink on the mask.
So your suit gets the elemental protection trait and the radiation shielding trait.
Yay! Now everyone will live. Well,
Maybe.
mostly. Unless someone gets accidentally pushed into a lava flow.
No promises.
Accidentally.
All right, Miss Harmon, if you'd like to try your hand in the fire bat suit.
You mean I can't just take it home and look at it?
I mean, you can, but if you want to try it out.
Oh, well. I mean, in front of all these people?
I mean, you don't have to strip down to get into a power armor suit, but
That's not what I meant, but you are very kind. Yeah, why not? It's not like I got anything else to do.
all right. A couple of the armory hands help you into the suit since it's your first time wearing, especially super heavy power armor. And as it encloses around you, you get the heads-up display around your face as you can see what's going on, and the pistons and servos rev to life as the suit proceeds to power up. And you've got there's a nice big read off to one side of the HUD that has flamer fuel, and it's got 60.
This is a mite disorienting. Also, it's very loud in here.
It's actually very quiet in there. Actually, it's
Very loud in there.
Because you keep yelling inside the helmet.
Oh, is that not how we're supposed to communicate?
You don't need to yell.
No? Alright.
there's a communicator button like right next to your face that you can hit, basically with your cheek if you need to. Like the entire suit is designed for you to be able to handle everything that it functions with, either just your face or your hands. Like there's a lot of voice activated stuff, and the HUD tries to tell you what's going on with the suit, and the hands help with motion control, and there's a button in the hand compartments for retracting the flamethrowers so that you can actually use hands to like grab things.
Will this make me a cupcake if I want it to?
I'm sure we could figure out a way to incorporate that into the suit, but not at the moment.
Oh, well, then I am still in utter awe. This is quite enjoyable.
Yeah, right now the only cooking potential for this thing is the Super Mag barbecue setting that you're.
Yeah, the easy bakes in the one spot you can't reach, the middle of your back.
Find me a piece of meat and I shall cook it.
All right, let's head back to the ship and see what Stukov's got for us. It'll give you a chance to get used to stretching your legs in that power armor.
My legs feel quite stretched already. It is very exciting.
All right,
Yeah,
let's get
but
going.
it does take a little bit of getting used to, let me tell you.
I didn't ask you, pretty boy.
Just saying.
I'd like to say she warms up.
But she done.
I haven't been around her long enough to know.
She is in a fire bat suit, so warming up is definitely a potential.
I just said that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You both said it at the same time.
It was my idea, Mom. He's copying me.
So is anyone at the ship when I get back? Or have they all just fucked off?
If Ava was drafted off to help people get power armor.
Yeah, I think we all kind of.
So is Koronix there?
Nope, he's still shopping once he figures out what his if he got any extra armor to his
Extra
credit.
honor? Yeah, 1 second.
Then,
No worries.
then I just go ahead and go on into the ship.
That's fine. Protoss gear. Honor.
That's when it explodes.
Contingency plan activated.
You get an extra.
Step onto the ship here. Just hear that, and the whole thing just collapses.
You get an extra 50 honor.
Okay,
to
cool.
work with.
I have a feeling Shauna might have been like, "Fuck you, no," and turned that off.
Yeah, I was about to say, 'cause that's her own ship. All right. So the group of you head back to the ship.
Yeah. On the way back. So I didn't get a chance actually to introduce myself. Dirk Garrick. Nice to meet y'all.
Your name is
Nice to
Dirk.
meet you.
My name
Lovely.
is Dirk, yes.
Lovely to meet
It's a
you.
name.
Ava Sweet.
I'm aware it is a name.
I'm just going to. I'm gonna test out. I assume there's like maintenance. There's like maintenance railing across like the ceiling of the cargo bay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna climb up there and just sort of hang out,
Okay.
being 44 worth of stealthy.
Mm. I mean, you're in a new location now. You're gonna roll me a new stealth check.
Sure. Corlash ceiling stealth.
That reminds
Sorry.
me, and I
33 worth of stealthy.
use my thing to connect to the to basically message the adjutant to inform Corlash when he returns that we have a new team member.
Will do. All right. So the group of you make it back to the ship. Why are names leaving me? Stukov is waiting for you outside. Ah, welcome back. I see the group of you have acquired some better equipment.
Quick question. Last time I saw you, you was dead. Care to elaborate?
Ah, well,
She
there
says
was
in the comfort of her giant armored self now. You can't kill me in here, devil.
Oh, that's what you
Don't be
think.
so sure.
Oh.
There
She
was
doesn't know that.
there was a bit of a complication. I was made into this by one Narud. It was not a pleasant experience, and I am not fully comfortable, but I realize now that I serve a greater purpose in the swarm, being a voice of peace and reason.
Yeah. All right, whatever floats your boat, stranger.
Well, you will be meeting more soon. You will be heading to Char, after all.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did you manage to arrange
Yes.
everything?
The Overqueen Zagara will allow our ship to land. However, she wishes to warn you that Char is our home world, and when not actively preparing for war, most of the Zerg are left to their own. You will have to contend with Zerg not being controlled by queens, acting at base instinct, which is to say, kill non-Zerg on sight.
Understood.
And that does include your primal Zerg friend. He is not of the swarm.
And
When-
the queens or whatever that are in charge won't have a problem with a few
The swarm is limitless.
missing.
The swarm is
Okay.
limitless. If you kill a few, it will pose no dent in our numbers.
Well, that's
reassuring.
reassuring.
I don't mean to interrupt, Amala. Did you say we might have that we should kill the one with us? Because I lost track of that
No,
conversation.
no. The Zerg
No!
will attack. The Zerg will attack him as much as they would attack.
I'm okay.
you.
Sorry.
What the hell's wrong with you?
There's
Aside from the
nothing wrong with
obvious.
me.
Aside from the obvious.
Everybody's jumping on
I
the
just
So
kill
it
didn't
is
quite
worth
follow
noting
that
that
information.
Fang is-
I just didn't follow that conversation thread. It happens.
It's fine.
No, my severe hope is that I don't have to point a shotgun at another one of your characters.
I should also point out that
just a fireball.
Stukov was also one of the primary commanders of the UED, so you also are familiar with him.
Okay.
And the fact that he is now Zerg is probably not pleasant.
No,
Everyone jump.
But you're a good
on
old
the
boy.
Kill Corlash train.
I am not.
I'm pretty sure the kill Corlash train is just Ava at this point.
No,
And Oswald.
Only if he does something stupid again.
Like
Well-
I said, and Oswald.
And perhaps
Yeah.
Rachel, but she's not going to tell this new asshole guy that.
Yeah.
So assuming that Koronix can find everything he wants, he'll come back to the ship afterwards.
All right, yeah, you can find pretty much anything you need. Did you get
All right.
yourself a side double scythe, by the way?
No, I went with the size spear route instead.
Oh, right, yeah, you were telling me that. Oh, yeah, that's
Yep.
gonna be terrifying.
Yes, it is.
Did you get me a strife greatsword while you were out?
Fuck you.
Come on. Give the Zerg a sword.
The Zerg can grow his own damn sword. We don't give Protoss tech to Zerg.
I mean, he can, but it'll take a while. Those things are expensive.
Yes, Kaiser blades are indeed
Speaking of,
expensive.
and Ava will
Kaiser,
excuse herself and head towards the ship.
Kaiser blades cost 20 characterization / mutation points. That's a lot. They do 36
Better
damage,
start
but
saving.
still.
Corlash? Looking around and presumably not seeing him.
Look in a corner. I'm sure he's hiding somewhere.
Where are you at?
That's
Just turn all the
racist.
lights on.
Ava
Be a
just
fan of-
entered the main area
Oh, no,
and...
he's not in there. He's in the cargo bay.
Right. Adjutant, has Corlash returned yet?
Aye, he's currently hiding in the cargo bay.
And to confirm, Stefan Knezovich's backup captain was Kornix.
Yes, that's the case.
Good to know. So worrying we might have to have Shauna reset that. And Ava will head down towards the cargo bay. Korlash?
Ava sweet.
Hello. I just wanted to let you know that there was some, I suppose Terran politics might be the right word, and our former captain has been removed. The current captain is Koronix, and I certainly hope you'll give him more respect, but that's a side issue. And
Koronix is good choice for pack leader.
yes, I tend to agree. I also wanted to let you know.
Even the Zerg agrees. Check.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine.
I also wanted to let you know that we do have a replacement for Stefan, another Terran. He's a little jumpy
Precious?
and happy, but I think you will get along with him just fine. Just try not to.
Only in this
Please
group
don't
is
kill
the
him
descriptor happy
for
an
food.
insult.
Member
Right?
of the team.
Like,
The new
oh
addition,
god, he's an optimist. Oh no.
the new addition to the pack will be safe from Korlash.
That is appreciated.
As
I will be in the med bay.
As
Very
Horner
well.
and Stukov enter the ship, Shauna steps up to greet them. Oh, by the way, all of you entering through the hangar, you notice there's a fully functional fighter ship hanging from the ceiling.
Yes!
Oh, so up near me. Okay.
That's going to be fun.
Shauna's currently working on it. You suspect that was what she was telling you to account for weight-wise when you were making your way to Unity Station. She probably warped the pieces for that and built it while you were here.
And Ava will briefly let Shauna know as well that there's a new.
Well, that kind of
Oswald
takes the
may
excitement out of
propose.
my new clothes, but it is quite exciting.
So when
Yeah,
everybody
Dirk whistles, which I cannot do.
when everybody comes in, I will drop. I will drop from the ceiling, and like sort of land amongst them,
I'm still looking at the fighter ship.
and just
Define.
and inspect Dirk.
Define drop amongst them. Please do not make me point a shotgun at another one of your
No,
characters.
you've seen Alien.
Yes, I've seen Alien. Sometimes it sneaks in without being seen, and sometimes it drops in front of them and roars in its face.
No.
So please
Not-
clarify.
Not roaring, just dropping. Not
Okay.
roaring, just dropping. Just clink clink, and then stand up.
Please land on your back.
Roll me acrobatics.
Sure.
That was me last week. I was like, I'm gonna jump down and take on the captain.
I mean, I wasn't
Nope.
trying to jump. I was just letting go and landing.
Yeah, you have to get your landing right, though. You're dropping from the ceiling of this place.
Which is probably at least a good
Valid
30
point.
feet.
Yeah, if there's a fighter hanging up there,
12.
It's not graceful, but you don't like fall flat on your face.
It wasn't intended to be graceful. It was just intended to get from point A to point B.
superhero landings are bad for your knees.
Yes, they are.
But yeah,
Blink a couple of times and do a double take.
stand up and just like sort of walk
Lean in.
directly towards Dirk, and basically do the sniff inspect thing that you see in every time an alien is introduced to a human in any media ever.
Smell of sweat and non-essence.
Tap the armor.
You are the one they refer to as Dirk.
That's me. You're the one that. Which is the which
Bang.
is the actual name again?
Corlash.
Thank you, Corlash.
I am Korlash, that which hunts the shadows.
All right. Puts a finger up. Listen, you ain't got no problem with me. I ain't got no problem with you. Let's keep it there, all right?
You are part of the pack. There is no fear.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I think he said, "Eat me." Or am I misunderstanding?
I see
I
the
think you are.
squishy one.
No offense.
I see
Sorry.
the squishy one has new armor.
It is very difficult to hear in here.
Yeah, like I said, that stuff takes a little getting used to. Believe me, I know. I had the first time I was in one of these.
Can I do one of those things where, like when someone in a movie is carrying like a long beam of wood and they just turn around and like clank somebody accidentally? Is there any way that I can do that with like one of my outstretched
you would
flamethrower
probably
arms?
smack someone because you don't have it. Because you're so.
It's that.
You are
You're about
literally
four
four
you've got
times as broad as you normally
Yeah.
are. So.
Your
Excellent.
spatial awareness is not at its most effective.
I do that,
right
but
now.
then I look really apologetic.
I duck.
Oh,
Which
good
is hard
heavens.
to do in power armor, but
do you
she
do that to-
manages.
Do you do that to Dirk?
Yes.
Just giant arms
so-
going,
So yeah, it's like
no.
I duck, the arm goes over.
Yeah. I apologize, sir. My arms are not quite as short as I'm accustomed to.
Squishy one, not used to extra
Understandable.
skin.
Mayhaps you should take your face out of the range of my giant flame-throwing arms.
I just want like a
I mean-
20-minute montage of Rachel trying to walk through the Akundalar and just smacking her head into everything.
Wham!
yeah.
Wham! Fuck!
And every time she does, you hear, "I'm fine. The situation is all accounted for.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
I
Oh, I
will
meant to
assess
do
the
that.
situation. The situation I've assessed. All right.
Found the top of the door every time.
All right.
So I
So
look.
Matt and Stukov stop to talk with Shauna.
Okay.
Matt approaches. So, Miss Briggs, would you like us to reinstate you in part of Taskforce Echo? Shauna looks over at the two of them. No, actually, I believe, based on the information that I have found, that someone, somewhere within the Unity project, has been a mole. Information was... Let's say the Sons of Creation found information far more easily than they should have. I should say that myself and the former members of Task Force Echo should remain out of our documentation for the moment. I will inform the others as I find them, and we shall be our very own Task Force Renegade.
Damn, that's a much better name than ours.
Well,
Can I-
as you wish, Miss Briggs. We'll keep any mention of your presence out of our records.
This is a little weird, but can I, like, perception check Shauna as she mentions the mole?
Yep.
Cool.
I turn back around and whack Ava in the face.
You know, that'd be a great excuse if I roll a natural 1. Which, you know...
Clank.
13.
Yeah, you're trying to get a read on what Shauna means by that, and then there's a giant fistful of metal coming at your face, and you have to duck for a second. You're not sure.
Whoops.
No, it's fine, dear. I will be in the med bay. If you injure yourself, I hope you'll come by.
Why would I do that? Y'all are out there and y'all don't have this on.
I'm mostly worried about you injuring yourself because of what you're wearing.
It happens.
Right, but I'm in here and I'm protected. And y'all are out there not protected.
I wonder what happens
And
if the second skin decides to move on its own.
Keep your grubby thoughts off my giant pile of excitement.
Alice, would you inform me when Coronex returns?
Very well.
Which, after he gets his spear and everything, he'll be headed pretty much straight back.
Yeah, and if they're
So, yeah, Ava, you asked that. She goes, Vera goes, very well, right now.
Thank you, and I'll head to wherever Coronex is coming in.
Right
Coming in
behind
through
us.
through the central
Okay.
door or through the hangar?
Coming in through the cabin airlock ramp, the one that's
The
there
main
on
door.
the
Yeah.
the main door. Yeah, not through the hangar.
Then I'm headed up. I think that's up.
Yeah. And honestly, he's probably headed, since he has no idea that anything really has happened except that we have a new crew member. He's headed to his quarters, probably.
Do I catch him before he gets there? Or...
Yeah, probably.
Coronex, I wanted to briefly speak to you.
Yes, save a sweet.
I just wanted to let you know that after you and Fang departed for your own endeavors in improvement, there was some Terran politics that happened, and
I like that's how
Stefan
you
has
describe
been
it.
apprehended for the moment. He may be court-martialed, but most likely he will see a reassignment.
And then seek his revenge forever.
Knezevich will no longer be commanding the vessel.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he's going to kill me eventually, but that is an unrelated matter.
You mentioning it so swiftly on the heels of mentioning his reassignment makes me feel that the matters may not be entirely unrelated.
I may have raised 2 Horner, to Admiral?
Admiral Horner.
Admiral Horner, my concerns about recent conduct. Obviously, I, as a medical officer, have some level of, at least for the Terrans, the psychological integrity of the team is a concern
Of course.
and I had some rather significant doubts about Stefan that seem to have been confirmed by our superior's choice of action.
So this new individual, this Dirk Garrick, is assigned the new captain by Admiral Horner?
The Dirk Garrick is more, I suppose, infantry support to compensate for the lack of Stefan's
I see.
assistance in that capacity. I believe, as I understand it, you have been assigned the captainship.
There's a brief pause. Very well, then. I will go speak to the adjutant. If you
Yes.
require anything, please let me know.
There's a brief pause. It's just Cornix internally screaming.
I will be in
Why
the
do I have
medical
a
bay.
feeling?
I have a feeling someone will need it at some point.
It's going to be go talk to the adjutant. So, switch it over to somebody else. I don't care who right now.
Yeah, and Cornix makes a beeline to the communications room.
All right.
Adjutant
And
Vera.
Ava will actually head to the med bay, so if it blows up in her face, let me know.
All right. Hi, how can I help you?
Is it true that I am now the captain of the Akundalar?
Indeed, second in command protocols have been triggered with the incarceration of one Stefan Knezevich, and you are now acting captain.
In case of his release and/or reinstatement, what are protocols established for such procedures?
Were he to be reinstated as captain, he would be taking over.
Very well. Provide me visual representations of dossiers for all listed members of the crew of the Akundalar for my immediate review.
Very well.
And inform all extant crew members there will be a mandatory assembly in the communications room in 30 minutes.
Done and done.
Thank you, Adjutant. And he's going to do some reading.
All right, you read up on the dossiers of everyone.
Yep.
All of you get a hit wherever you are at in the Akundalar. An alert from Vera that says meeting in the communication room in 30 minutes. Dirk, it sounds a little bit robotish, but you're not used to an adjutant that has personality, so there's a good chance that you mistake it for an actual assistant.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
From inside the suit, you
Robot
hear
lady.
Rachel go, "Can someone get me a step ladder to get out of here? I'm a mite hungry and I want some snack before we have a meeting."
Hold on. I got to get out of mine first because mine's got power armor of my own.
Is Oswald still down there?
No, I sent William a whisper.
Yeah, Oswald's not on the
Okay.
ship right now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I will get
if,
out
if
of
that
my
comes
power.
over comms, does that? Or
Yeah, it comes over comms.
Help,
Coming.
I'm stuck in my new shiny
And
armor.
Ava will head
I
down.
will get out of my power armor and then help her out of the fire bat armor.
So
That's
once,
fine. I'll wait for someone else. Or I'll figure it out myself.
I will.
Excuse me.
I
I
will
would
help-
like to inform you that I am fully capable of knowing how to do this.
I will
I
help
didn't.
Dirk help Rachel out of
I
fire
didn't call
battle.
your qualifications into.
I could assist Rachel with
Not with your teeth.
this.
Not with your teeth.
Yes, please don't damage the equipment. You're
Yeah,
going
they
to
said
need
it's
it
not
to
mine,
run
but
stuff.
they don't know we're not giving it back.
I watched Dirk remove all matter. I assist.
No teeth. Or we're gonna
I
have
will-
words.
I will be helping, but I'll let Fang assist if he wants to.
Yeah, it does. It does take a lot of getting used to get out of power armor by yourself. So the others help you out of the suit. Basically, how you get out of it is you remove the helmet and basically climb out of the neck cavity.
So Fang being strong probably is actually very helpful.
So until you get used to having to do that yourself, others basically just help hoist you out of it.
Just thunk.
Rachel tries to stand up and take a step and like falls down on the floor, like, oh!
Yeah, I'm already out of my armor at this point. I'm just leaning against the side of the hangar area.
I'm just sitting on top of the firebat armor now, looking down into it.
No!
Second skin has lots of things inside it.
He ain't
Yes.
gonna try to eat that, is he?
I really hope not.
I believe.
Lots of wires. No essence.
No,
Yeah,
definitely no essence.
Not food. It's not food for him.
No, although, if you
Nope,
go
not.
get me a piece of meat, I can get back in there and we can have a barbecue.
For a size comparison, a human being can actively, effectively sit on the shoulder of firebat power armor.
Yep.
I'll also drop that in chat for.
Oh my god, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I realize I have power armor, and that's not an effective way to medic, but I want to do that now.
So a person basically becomes Pike sitting on the shoulders of Grog.
Basically, yeah.
Very
Pretty
exciting.
much.
You are considered like basically you're a large creature if you're in firebat or demolisher power armor.
I couldn't fit in it, so I'm too big.
That's right, and you keep it that way.
I have no need for the second skin.
That's
if I
right,
need
you
to be
don't.
larger, I will simply be larger.
That's a very good attitude.
Well, that's just downright unsettling.
No, that's one of the things that he said in the last 24 hours that ain't really unsettling.
Really?
You got a lot to learn. Fancy pants.
You know, you keep calling me fancy pants. I really ain't.
His pants are not particularly fancy.
See?
It's more of an attitude than the actual pants, Corlash, but it's
How-
difficult to explain.
How can one's attitude be pants?
That's why I said it is difficult to explain.
It's an expression, a phrase of speech.
I feel you
It's
are
just
not
like
using
a
your-
sandwich.
I feel you are not using your language correctly.
I mean, I hate to, well, I don't hate to because I don't know him yet, but I kind of agree with Corlash here. I think
Really?
you got
Well,
me
why don't you
confused with
fellas
some
just go have a
kinda-
tea
kinda
party?
officer.
What is tea party?
Oh, tea parties are the best. You get to have little sandwiches, little cookies, little
Sandwich.
cakes.
Sandwich has no essence.
So
Well, no,
I'm
it
gonna
does not.
ask you a character question, Sarah.
Yeah,
What rank do you think that Rachel achieved during her time in the UED military?
Colonel Mustard. I don't know. What are my options?
So, aside from being a non-commissioned officer, which is basically just your frontline infantry,
Right.
you could have been a sergeant, which you're in charge of a handful of troops in a squad. You could have been a staff sergeant, which is you command basically a barracks of men. You're just kind of in charge of making sure you're basically Major Payne.
I don't understand that reference, but that's fine.
You remember the only two things come from Texas speech that goes all through the internet?
No.
Basically,
Staff sergeant is basically kind of a logistics officer. They're sort of like the den mother for a training camp or a
also
or
known
staff.
also known as drill sergeants. They're the ones that tell people to drop and give me 20.
Oh.
You could have been a lieutenant, which would have been command position, largely like assisting actual commanding officers with organizing tactics and leading large numbers of troops in the field. That's probably about as high as you would have gotten.
Or a corporal, which is basically a step above private.
Which one was the lieutenant? Sure. Maybe
Lieutenant?
that one.
So yeah, you helped actual command officers do command work, and you led a good number of soldiers in the field.
No, not that one. Which one was the one that it was like small
like
group?
like a small group? Sergeant.
Yeah. Sergeant. All right, sure, that one.
All right.
Sergeant.
Just making sure.
All right. You know that even if she outranks this dirt guy, she's not gonna tell him that, right?
Yeah. Dirk, what rank did you think you achieved? In the UD?
Yeah, he would never got really above grunt.
So you were NCO.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
All right.
I believe the robot voice lady requested our presence in the communication room.
Yeah, who was that, by the way? No, different crew member? Because I know I'm a
No, that is our
doctor, and
She's not a real doctor.
It would be the robot
Actually,
lady.
I am. I am fully
Oh, I forgot you were
qualified
right
as a
there.
medical profession.
I forgot you were right there. Sorry. I'll wait till you leave to say that again.
Yes, robot lady.
Would you like to see my diploma?
It depends on where you're gonna put it when you show it to me.
It is hung up in my office, which is the medical bay.
That is not quite as exciting. Have you seen my office? And she points to the fire beds.
The fire bat suit that I'm still sitting on top of.
Look, my fire bat suit's even got a thing on it.
so okay. I was saying I know I did doctor and the sniper and Core Lash
And the Indian.
and
And
you.
the police chief. And the construction
I
worker.
believe that is a racially insensitive reference.
Oh, sorry. The Native American chief.
I'm just saying these are the I just hadn't.
So no, there's one more crew member you have not met yet, our Captain Corlash.
Right.
Cornix.
Core Lash.
Yes, Corlash is pack leader.
Cornix, our captain, who I believe Stefan briefly referenced before he was taken away. And then there is the adjutant.
That was the adjutant.
Indeed, there's a installed personality matrix. Just an adjutant with a fancy voice.
Sometimes folks get lonely on long missions and they like having people to talk to.
Or
course,
someone has a disturbing amount of psychological baggage about their dead wife.
Ew!
I pointed to I like her answer better. No offense. It just
I'm going to make me a sandwich before we have to go have a meeting with number 7. I mean, Captain number 7.
Is robot lady is not complex.
She's not good with names. And she
No,
is like...
She is
Sultan.
good with names. She just ain't good with certain names for certain reasons. Now, if you'll excuse me. And I go make a sandwich.
All right, you go and make a sandwich. Roll me for sandwich.
I'm going to test something out, and I'm going to try to read Ava's mind.
I've rolled a
you-
16 for sandwich.
You're gonna have to tell me how that works, but absolutely.
Ava, are you actively thought blocking?
No.
Cornix, go ahead and roll the manifest reading.
I mean, Corlash?
Or sorry, Corlash. You're not Protoss, so you can't just naturally manifest it.
Yeah.
I rolled a
you make
16 for sandwich.
You make a pretty darn good sandwich.
Damn
Well,
right
I
do.
believe
Considering I rolled a
my...
2, I failed to manifest.
Yeah, you did not successfully manifest reading.
I'm going to try again, because I basically he knows something has changed, and he's just trying to make it work. So I'm
Right.
trying again.
Apparently something has not changed yet.
One more time before he gives up. He operates in 3s. That time it manifests.
Manifest DC
Is that
12.
against my... or...
Power does not require an attack roll against resolve unless the target is thought blocking.
Okay.
However, because you're... What psi level are you?
1.
1. It gives you the general reaction towards something or someone and can warn of potential danger.
Yeah. So basically, I was just doing it to.
Yeah.
I guess I would get Ava's reaction to Rachel.
Ava's reaction right about now is there is sort of a calculating assessment that really doesn't match what she's been saying. Though, for Corlash, that might not be a big deal.
I believe you are overthinking that one, Eva Sweet.
Oh, I don't think it's all that complex. Just even the simplest situations can have complications arise if those simplicities collide in unfavorable ways.
I still believe you are overthinking that one, Eva Sweet.
I appreciate your feedback.
That sounded no more
I'm not sure what
genuine
happened
than my
there,
supervisors.
so I'm just gonna go to. You said communications. I'm going there.
Yeah. I hop off the
See you
fire
all
bat.
there.
I hop off the fire bat suit and follow Dirk, who is now much smaller because he's no longer in his suit.
Correct.
I will also
I mean,
follow-
he's still not small.
No.
He's a good he's a good 6.5 feet and like 270 pounds. So
So was Corlash trying to disguise that he was responding to Ava's thoughts?
What?
Was Corlash trying to disguise that he was responding to Ava's thoughts?
Nope.
And Ava will be psychic powers? Or psionic powers?
I believe the panther beast sat well with me.
Well, I'm glad that that planet was good for someone.
Nope, he's not. He wasn't hiding anything. He's just
Yeah.
testing out new abilities. It's kind of what you do when you are an ever-evolving primal Zerg. Ooh,
right.
something new. What does this do?
All right, Oswald, you find everything you're looking for?
Awesome. I'll head back to the ship because I'm assuming I'm going to be cutting it pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we go to those of us that are on the ship go to the communications room, except for Rachel, who went to make a sandwich first.
She comes eventually,
With sandwich in hand.
with sandwich in hand, looking quite pleased with herself.
Pack leader Cornix called for meeting.
Yes, I have. I have been given
look over it.
command
Look
of the
over at
Akundalar.
Cornix. Yep, that is a proton.
This one is Duck Garrick.
The new crew member I mentioned.
He has
Welcome
second
aboard.
skin.
We are happy to have you as part of our attaché.
Pleasure to be here, sir.
I thought an attaché was like a fancy briefcase.
There are multiple uses of the terminology.
So I cannot make this new person into a fancy briefcase.
That would be
I would
correct, Rachel
appreciate
Harmon.
if you would not do that. Thank you.
I mean, you have the flamethrower to turn him into leather.
What is briefcase?
It's like a small pouch that you can store documents and pens in.
What? Why would you need documents?
Well,
I have
if-
called you
if
all here in order
you're
to
a business
reestablish
person.
the proper protocols for conduct aboard the Akundalar as we attempt to follow in the footsteps of the previous Taskforce Echo and discover what the Sons of Creation are
You know
about.
that Shonda Briggs is absent.
Yeah. I didn't expect her to show up.
Mhm.
So, as I am now the commanding officer of this vessel, I thought it wise to ensure that everyone was aware of their particularly assigned duties. That way, we have a level of organization that, unfortunately, Stefan Knezevich was not with us long enough in order to establish on his own. Ava Sweet, you continue in your duties as medical officer. I am also going to instate you as my executive officer on board this ship. Given your abilities and inclinations for record keeping and evaluation of the conduct on our missions, you will also be providing all official reports and situation reports both to me and to Admiral Horner at the conclusion of any given incident. Understood?
Understood.
Very well. Kolash, you will be responsible for internal vessel security. You will be the first point of contact for any newcomers on board the vessel. You will be responsible for ensuring that all personnel and guests remain in permissible areas. And I will thank you to utilize your talents for protective reasons rather than aggressive. Should there be any need or concern, you will consult with me or with Ava Sweet before engaging directly on any offensive measures while inside the vessel.
Kolash will protect the hive.
Very good. Rachel Harmon, as a tertiary attached member, but not an official member of Taskforce Echo, we will be maintaining your presence here in a consulting manner. You will be prepared and expected to participate in all exterior incidents and missions that we conduct. Your opinion for tactical analysis, given your military history, will be valued both by myself and other members of the crew. So we may come to you from time to time with tactical questions, given the nature and various situations in which we find ourselves. Is this acceptable to you?
Yes.
Very good. Should you wish to sever your connection with this vessel and its crew at any point, I simply request that you give us advance notice so that we can make any necessary adjustments and provide with a exit point of your choosing. Mr. Garrick,
Yes, sir.
with your also extensive military background, I would have you assigned as our weapons and supplies quartermaster. Be in charge of maintaining records and maintenance of the armory and supplies on this ship. And you'll be working somewhat with our pilot. Looking around, is Oswald back yet?
He's probably just walking in the door.
Okay. Our pilot, Oswald Ridley, to ensure that the ship has all necessary items and supplies to keep it in good working order.
I after that
Right,
statement, I hand Dirk the empty pistol that I've got.
Does not have ammunition, quartermaster.
That's a good thing if you were holding it. No offense. Take it back. I can do
Oswald
that,
Ridley.
sir.
Very good. Oswald Ridley, you will continue your operations as pilot, navigations officer, and of course, primary crew member in charge of any sort of space and or flight combat that we may find ourselves engaged in. Course changes and destinations should be always run through me before any departure preparations are made underway, however.
All right. Will do.
Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question.
Rachel Harmon.
Yes, you just gave the doctor a promotion. And now, not to belabor a point, but she did just get our previous captain fired. So I would like to know how safe we are from her reporting on us doing things and trying to get us fired as well.
If that is a concern, and a valid concern, I feel, in anyone's mind, I would suggest our first reaction to such things would be to conduct ourselves in a way that is above reproach.
That sounds good to me.
So,
Don't get
Miss
caught.
Harmon, if it is of any consolation in this instance, all reports will be submitted through Cornix. I won't be slandering anyone, and my reports will be checked for accuracy.
Does
oh, good.
does
I mean-
above
How
reproach,
fancy.
does
To me, that just sounded like don't start none, won't be none, which makes sense.
does above
Oh,
reproach
check for
include
accuracy.
not eating our victims.
Fang, I understand your biological situation differs from that of the Terrans. For Terrans on board, cannibalism is usually considered less than appropriate, as it
I
is
mean,
not
I
healthy
hope
for
we ain't
us.
gonna be eating nobody.
For you, of course, it is a healthy part of your evolutionary process. And I do understand that quite well.
So Corlash gets to eat people, but if I do it, I'm getting written up.
Well, yeah, because for him it's not cannibalism. It
No, if
is
you do
another
it, I'm going
organism.
to be checking your intestines and making sure you haven't contracted anything that will kill you.
So Dirk
And possibly
just grins
subjecting
and
you
says, "So
to
that
some
means we
minor
can eat
psychological
Zerg then."
evaluation.
That's what you're saying?
Yes, though I understand Miss Harmon has expressed that she
Yeah.
does not wish me to be the one to conduct such an evaluation.
No,
Very
because
well.
you're a doctor.
I don't know how well a Zerg would taste, but yeah, I guess technically we could eat one too.
Right?
Actually, people do eat fried
Cannibalism.
Zerg.
Tastes like essence.
Well,
Yeah,
we
like,
don't
As
have
long
any
as you
use
don't
for that.
eat, I don't know, are
Like-
poisonous Zerg a thing?
There are
Oh, yes.
there are several varieties of Zerg that are poisonous, but there's also several varieties of Zerg that are fried and eaten.
They're like Zerg
Just eat
chicken.
edible things.
This world is so messed up.
Now,
I'm not kidding when I say that deep fried muta wings are basically like a fast food thing.
I'm not
That's awesome.
saying don't eat Zerg.
Space KFC.
Just don't eat Corlash. Well, I mean, if you kill Corlash and are able to eat him, more power to you. Please,
I don't want to kill him.
that is the correct way for Corlash to die, for essence.
All right, so we'll just kick him over in the ditch when we're done. All right, got it.
Just.
Are
do
there
I
any
get a-
further preparations that
Yep,
you
I'm
as
a lack
crew
being
must
on this,
make
I'm
before we
gonna be
depart
up.
for Char?
Do I get a badge?
I would like to quickly
Do I get a
resupply all
badge?
medical supplies. I've used up a certain amount of mine.
Very well.
Yeah, that didn't alleviate any fears about being written up and spied upon and fired. Although, as I say this out loud, I realize that I don't work for y'all and I have no contract, so technically it would not be firing. Excuse me while I go back to my new awesome suit of armor to think about this in peace.
Garnix.
Corlash.
For purposes of security, perhaps you should speak with Shauna Briggs regarding ship inside ship.
Yeah, what happened and how?
This brief pause and then
There is
A
a ship
nod.
inside the ship now.
Yeah,
Yes. Apparently
made a
that's
fighter.
new.
Downstairs.
Which-
I suspect she may be taking that with her.
I am dying to fly that, and if she takes it, I will be heartbroken.
Would be good to ensure that ship is not like bending, not going to explode and take other ship with it.
And Coronix will go down to the cargo hold and see if Shauna Briggs is down there.
Oswald
yeah,
goes
she's-
with.
She's currently down working on the fighter, which Oswald you recognize as a CFA-17G rate superiority fighter.
Oh,
Yeah, because
damn.
I know what that is totally.
Right.
It's in the core book. You can look at it.
Okay, I will do that.
It's basically it's a
It's a flying
single
T.
occupancy, space or atmospheric fighter, generally with cloaking capabilities.
Yeah, you know the T-wings from Star Wars. Turn it correctly up.
Okay,
Shauna Briggs.
fun.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Is this your vessel that you have created in the hold?
Yes. If you're going to be flying the Kundalar, I'm going to need my own ship for side missions.
Very well. Will you be traveling with us to Char? I assume we could use your assistance in finding Richter and conversing with them.
Yes, I'll fly in the skies and keep an eye out on the ground.
Very well. Do you require any further supplies or preparations before we depart?
No, but tell the doctor I've got a present for her in her med bay.
She will be informed.
It's a corpse.
She
It's
snuck
a
out
poop.
and shot Stefan
I know
in
what
the
I'm
head
hoping
then
for,
put
and
his
I know what
body
I'm expecting.
in the med bay.
It's the corpse of Stefan just on the med bay with a scalpel,
Pull up-
with a brand new
Speaking of,
scalpel
in
kit
case
next to it.
Shauna or Stefan has left me any presents, I'm going to go to the med bay at this
I mean,
point.
do you want to have Korlash go in first, just in case?
You walk into the med bay, and there's a small, like, green cylindrical device with a single port on one end and a selection of wires, basically all connected to a box. And there's a note on it that says, "Slot this into your arm. The environments on Char hazardous, and you never know when you'll be able to get to someone in time to administer healing."
All right. Do I know what it is?
It's a medical delivery system.
Cool.
Cylindrical green with a lot of wires and a little timer that's going 3, 2,
It's a really highly advanced syringe gun that doesn't shoot syringes.
Oh,
Yeah.
can't it shoot syringes at least for flavor reasons?
It shoots green energy.
It shoots nanobots, actually.
Yeah.
Fair, fine.
I mean, they're like miniature syringes.
I mean, they are
Microscopic
like microscopic syringes. That's really loud,
It
Sarah.
will shoot you to
Sorry.
heal. That's fine. Shoot you with my green laser gun.
Yeah, it slots into the arm of your power armor.
It is basically Mercy's
You're basically
heal.
Mercy.
Yeah, it's basically Mercy's heal beam, but on a wrist mount.
Oh, so not on us then?
No.
Yeah. It's not technically a projectile. It's more of an energy stream.
Yep.
For those listening or watching, you can kind of tell I haven't played StarCraft.
We're gonna
Also-
we might stream Overwatch
also-
this weekend. Who knows? We'll find out.
Also,
Oh,
you notice.
I
Yes,
think,
please.
you know,
I'm terrible, but I love it.
Sorry, William.
You
So-
notice that the suit itself, because I'm assuming you left it in the med bay,
Yes.
has been upgraded.
Oh, that's nice. So it can now take a slot thing.
It's a tier 2 suit now.
Okay. I will figure out what that means later.
Higher tiered armor. Its damage resistance value increases by the defense rating. For heavy
Defense
armor,
penalty
which is
goes down, right?
yeah, it's for power armor. The armor of the suit goes up by 4. The penalty to defenses is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 0. It can support 2 additional item upgrades, one of which would be the MDS. And any gear mounted or built onto the armor increases tier to be the same level as the armor, so it would be a tier 2 MDS.
Cool.
And any special traits that rely on increased tier to get higher, such as bonus to hide checks and stealth suits, increase. But I don't think that your light power armor has any of that.
No, I think it's pretty simple.
I will begin stalking the ship in security mode.
So your 4 chest-mounted flashlights are now tier 2. Your Geiger counters tier 2. Your communicators tier 2. Your gravity boots are tier 2, etc., etc., etc.
Everything's
Sentry
better.
mode activated.
Yeah, I'm just wandering basically from the airlock to the cargo hold and back on a patrol loop.
I'll have Dirk accompany Ava on whatever shopping trip they are going to go on.
I
I was gonna go pick up some med packs, pick up some tranquilizers.
And then go consult with Oswald on our projected route to Char
William,
And
Did we
travel
get
time.
any money for that last one?
for finding Shauna.
I
Briggs.
mean, there is still that's on the other character sheet.
Yeah,
There is still
that's a number I should probably take care of.
56,335 credits.
And you're wired another 10K total to the bank.
66,335.
William, did Stukov try to talk to Korlash at all?
Let's find out.
Like,
66 what?
66,335.
I only bring it up because Oswald told him that he should. Whether or not he listens to Oswald isn't entirely up to him, but...
Okay, I have that on my character sheet now, so
Cool.
in case we ever need to... I have it as crew credits.
Yeah,
I have my
he
own
does.
separate.
So at some point you were approached by Stukov.
Alexei Stukov.
Ah, I see you have elected the name Korlash.
Indeed I have.
Perhaps it is time that I speak to you. I am not your former pack leader, Dehaka, but I have some insight for you.
Certainly.
Those you travel with now may be your pack, but they are not Zerg. You cannot expect them to follow Zerg doctrine.
I have noticed this.
Their command structure is based on who has mental merit, not physical might. And oftentimes this is misjudged by its place of birth, but...
This I have also noticed. Though one might say a lack of mental merit was also in place previously.
I will not argue this, but know that sheer physical prowess is not an indicator of who should lead. Not among these kind. And know that in their eyes, you are dangerous. They see you as unstable, and should you attack them again, they may see that there is no working with you, and the group of them will be able to put you down.
May.
I have attacked none of these.
See that you do not. I do not wish to see you ended before you are able to reach your potential.
Pack leader Koronix is a good choice, one I will follow.
Very well, but remember, they are not Zerg.
I have noticed.
Very well. Good luck on Char. They will attempt to eat you as well as they would attempt to eat any others.
Then I will devour their essence.
Very good. Good
So on
fortune to you. And he leaves.
So on the way on the shopping trip,
Mm-hmm.
Doc, nobody's really mentioned exactly what we're doing.
Well, I wasn't quite there for that conversation. I think part of it was power play, but, so we are currently Taskforce Echo. There was a
Right.
previous team assigned the same moniker that went missing.
Mm-hmm.
We recovered their ship, and now one of their members. You briefly met Shauna Briggs,
Right.
the technician. She was a member of the former team. Now, at the request of both the Project Unity and Shauna Briggs, we are attempting to recover the other members of Taskforce Echo. We believe that a terrorist group with the by the name of the Sons of Creation are much more powerful than previously anticipated, and that they are responsible for the disappearance of Taskforce Echo, perhaps by apprehending them.
Right.
Currently, we are headed to Cha to recall a previous member by the name of
Richter.
by the name of Richter, who was the team's whatever.
He was their tactical specialist.
Who's the team's tactical specialist.
Okay.
Hopefully, Richter will be able to shed additional light upon the events that led to the disillusion of the previous Task Force Echo and help, apparently, Shauna Briggs with her new Task Force Renegade.
All right. That sounds Well, I won't say simple, but it sounds straightforward enough, at least. That's good. I like a good straightforward job, not anything too wacky.
I believe this is simply a recovery mission.
Good to know.
And I'm assuming I can get basic equipment.
Yeah, you can get any basic stuff that you need. Also, you have access. This is military installations, so you have access to Tier 2 equipment if you need it.
No, I've got a few Tier 2 health packs. I'll just stick to...
So while we're waiting for them to come back, I'm going to go
I will
find
be care
Corn
of heavy
mix.
things.
He is in engineering, actually, right now, probably.
Pack leader Cornix.
Kolash.
I have questions for you.
Go on.
Among your people, how does one select a pack leader?
There are older traditions by which leaders are chosen and determined. Many Protoss have functioned on a collective consciousness throughout history, and while there are certainly traditions in place, a meritocracy has been the primary construction by which we determine leadership and authority.
So it's more than just who steps into a shiny circle first.
Frequently, yes.
I have borne witness to two separate forms of leadership among the Terrans. I wanted to not be surprised among the Protoss.
Because
Those
how you guys
who-
picked Stefan as the leader was who stepped in the fucking circle first.
No, it was
I mean-
ship
Cornix
asked.
and Ava going, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. It was it was the ship deciding who was going to be the captain, and Oswald taking painkiller to the leg.
Yeah.
It's like, Terrans are elected based off of their intelligence. Not this time they weren't.
Based off who wants
Yes,
to seize
they
the
were.
initiative. We were the
He
only
was
ones that
smart
moved.
enough to disable his one competitor.
Oh yeah.
There are more than just your kind of Protoss, are there not? There was the red one we worked with.
Yes, the Tal'Darim, former adherents of Dark One Amon, now under the command of whoever their High Lord is currently.
You know it's Alarak. You were like, there were only so many Protoss around. You know it's Alarak.
Okay. I wasn't sure how in
Like,
tune he would have been.
Every living Protoss was part of the Legacy of the Void campaign.
Right.
How do they determine leadership?
If you can kill the one above you, take their place.
Very Zerg-like.
In a manner of thinking, yes. I would say that is quite accurate.
Is good information to know.
Do you intend to climb the path of ascension?
Chain.
Chain. Sorry, chain. Path is different.
Zerg do not follow others' footsteps to leadership. We make our own path. I have no intention of climbing this chain, but knowledge is important and worth seeking.
Have you been to Char before?
Have I been to Char before? Probably not.
Probably not.
Not in my lifetime, no.
I am certain we will both find more knowledge there then.
And essence, if the infested one speaks truly.
I believe he does.
It will be a good hunt, then.
Yes, it will.
Also, you gave me job of security. Not
I did.
100% certain how to do so.
Do you... On the planet that you came from, did your pack have territory?
No, we move basically a lot.
This ship is your territory. It is your home for as long as you are a part of this task force. Protect it from outsiders. If any attempt to enter without proper authorization, you will prevent them from doing so.
But you say do not devour essence unless told.
Yes. You are a creative individual, Korlash. You can protect and prevent without killing or devouring. I am certain of this.
I can have access to Terran weaponry then.
Once we have trained you, yes. Come, let us see what we have. And I'm going to walk with him to the armory.
Yay, armory.
That's actually where I probably am at the moment.
Oh,
So the Zerg and the Protoss walk into the armory while you're there.
Because that's what you told me to be in charge of. So I've been in the process
okay.
of
and Ava
taking
will head
everything.
back with her med stuff.
Yeah, I've been in the process of taking everything from the mess hall and putting it back in the armory, since for some reason it's in the mess hall and nobody bothered to tell me this.
Walk into the armory. It's empty.
Oswald,
Oh, this is going to be an easy job. Walk into the mess hall. Oh, shit.
I see
Like
that.
muttering to himself, like, what kind of dumbass puts all of this shit in next to the shit you eat? Especially with a goddamn Zerg. Sir?
while
I see
Dirk
that
was
Garrick has discovered the weapons.
Korlash will require a firearm.
Blink, blink. I mean, if you say so, I'm all right.
I myself am only briefly familiar with Terran technology, so I will leave it to your recommendation as to what we equip him with.
I look over it. I look over Crush. You know how to shoot one of these?
I pull out the Nerf gun that I've got.
Yes. Cannot wait.
It is a training gun. It is specifically something Ava bought because it is a training tool.
Hang on. Because I've got skill in it now. It fires 3 times, which means +8. Plus, so, okay. And I
Are
perfectly...
you fucking
And
kidding me?
I perfectly nail a
Like
tight
right
grouping.
in the forehead.
Well, no, not right in the forehead, but like just past your ear in a perfect grouping, all 3 shots on the wall.
I have been training, yes.
All right.
Because I rolled a 41.
Do you know how to operate one outside of just aiming and pulling the trigger, though?
I will demonstrate reloading the pistol.
All right, now turn the safety on.
What is safety?
All right, we're going to start you off with something that's as unlethal as possible while you're still on the ship. And then once you know how to operate the safety elements of the gun, then to get off the ship, we can get you something that you can kill something with.
Need to learn how to work the safety, how to clean your gun, how to break the barrel down.
All I know is point and shoot and reload. That's all I was taught.
Yep.
Dirk's kind of in his element here when he's teaching someone how to work with a gun.
And because this will drive him crazy, he just tucks it back into the sash he's been given.
His
like,
loincloth.
Yeah, there's no.
Which is the equivalent of someone nowadays tucking the gun into the front of your pants.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just because he doesn't have a holster or anything. He just has a waistcloth.
Great way to shoot your ghoulies off.
You know what? Why don't you hold on to that one? I don't need it where you just put it.
Pull it back out.
Is in waistband.
Right.
We have so many guns here.
Why
I'm sure
don't
we
you
got a
come
spare
over
holster.
here and we'll show you how to operate this. And I will start to take him through all of the stuff that Dirk knows that hasn't done in like years since he was a Boy Scout.
That, but it did it. Yeah, and Korlash is a very attentive learner
Roll me leadership, Dirk.
because he has.
Leadership? Are you?
I have an intelligence of 3, so I'm actually pretty smart, apparently.
And roll
So
me.
You are slightly smarter than average. You are not that smart.
That's going to be a straight willpower roll.
Considering Zerg started intelligence 1, I am
You're not that
very
smart.
smart.
And I want you, John, to roll me mental training.
Oswald is just in a separate table, cleaning his rifle, watching all of this.
It is just 0 because I don't have any points in mental training yet.
This is going to go well.
Oh, don't look down the barrel. Don't look down the barrel. Boom!
All right. Take 5. Grow your eyeball back.
32.
Ooh!
Damn.
So, Korlash is having a hard time grasping all of this because it's a whole lot of technical talk.
Mhm.
But Dirk is explaining it well enough, and probably because Dirk speaks very simply, it's a little bit easier to grasp.
Right.
So it'll probably take about like a couple hours of going over this, but eventually Korlash will finally understand like the ins and outs of working a gun.
Yeah, and probably it's gonna come in a lot of anecdotes, a lot of stories. Like, all right, so you don't want to you don't want to leave the safety off because there was a guy in one of my old units who he never liked putting his safety on, and so on and so forth.
And if the concern
One
about
day he just shot himself right in the dick, and you don't want to do that, right?
yeah, so I was hoping you were going to go that way because at that point Korlash goes,
I do not think it's compatible.
and we'll just like lift the waistcloth up. He doesn't have a
Oh
groin.
dear
Like,
Christ!
it's just
Don't tell me
carapace.
that shit.
It's just carapace. He doesn't have a groin.
It ain't the point.
But yeah, that's like
I do not think it is compatible.
You still don't want to shoot yourself, right?
No, not particularly.
Then don't. Then always leave your safety on.
It itches, is not comfortable.
What itches? The safety itches?
Being
You're
shot.
confusing me now.
Being shot itches.
Well, yeah, I guess it would itch if yeah.
At that point, Ava walks by and says, "Remember that time you nearly died from a shotgun?"
No.
I
That's
do.
fair. It
I
took
brought
off
you
the
back.
back half of his head.
And continues walking.
no.
Oh, you want to talk about?
He
You wanna talk
actively
about
does not
time.
remember
I've
being
seen a lot
shot
of
in the
that.
brain. He just remembers seeing a shotgun and then it hurting. And then when he woke back up, he wanted to eat the shotgun. He doesn't remember what happened between point A and B.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
that
fair.
leads him to
fairly
figuring it out.
sophisticated. He could probably rationalize what happened at this point, right?
Probably, yeah.
Thinking back, yeah, no,
if he stopped and thought about it, yeah.
Which is what Ava was hoping he would do.
Ava is very optimistic about Korlash's self-awareness.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So yeah, I learned how to use guns.
Coronix will walk back down to the hold where Shauna's putting together the Wraith and ask if she's spoken to Karax yet.
Sorry, 1 second. As I die. All right.
Shauna Briggs just starts coughing up her lungs.
She turns and looks at you. Yeah, the Protoss came by once, and I had a brief conversation with him.
Very well. He
Doesn't
mentioned
elaborate
he
any
wished
further.
mentioned he wished to speak to you, and I was curious myself. How much notification do you need before we depart Unity Station?
Honestly, just let me know when we're in the air.
Very well. And I'm going to go find Oswald and see if we've got any information on course heading and when he thinks we'll be ready to head out. Do we need to resupply any sort of shipboard stuff?
No, I think we're, as far as I can tell, the burst stuff, the cannons that we have for the ship, there's no ammunition details for those. So, we don't need any ammo. We're full up on gas. Yeah, just say when. I just finished cleaning my rifle, so I'm ready. If anybody else needs anything else, I'm ready to go when you say go.
All right.
And I'll
So
head to the cockpit.
he'll just hit the comms and say, pre-flight checks are underway. We shall be departing Unity Station within 30 minutes.
Understood.
So at that point, I'm going to go, once Fangs knows how to use his...
Golash.
Yes. That was me.
I know.
He doesn't know the difference. Once Korlash knows how to use his safety, and maybe even take small pieces of it off, of the gun off of it.
Tries just breaks the pistol.
Yeah, that's gonna be a much longer thing. He's gonna head and go find a place for a room. Oh, look, here's one.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Stefan's quarters are probably open.
Grab all the
Stefan
junk
didn't really have
that's
an
in there.
opportunity to take his stuff.
Yeah, I grab all the stuff that's in there and just chuck it out in the hallway because I'm in charge of the armory and tactical stuff. I am not janitorial.
Ava's gonna go through Stefan's stuff, and if it is thrown outside.
All right.
You just hear clang, 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 clang.
Yeah.
Just a
And opens her door because she lives right next door. Oh, hey, Stefan's stuff. Let's go through it.
Yes.
all right.
Which there's not a whole lot there. There's like some of his data stuff, some clothes, probably a gaming board of some kind, and that's about it. He was pretty Spartan in terms of.
Mostly, Ava's gonna look, if she can look through the data stuff, try and see if there's anything incriminating in it.
All of Stefan's logs have been deleted.
Okay. I'll probably send a
Not
quick
bad.
message letting Admiral Horner know that before we leave.
All right.
I'm going to go make sure that the cargo bay is closed. And then I'm going to try to walk the power suits into a corner so they're not just standing in the middle of nowhere.
No, mine would have been in a corner.
Mine's in the med bay.
Okay.
Yeah, Dirk probably took his off in the armory so that he
Yeah.
can keep an eye on it.
Okay.
The only one you have to figure out how to walk is the fire bat suit, which is impossible. Like you're gonna need someone else's help.
Shauna Briggs. can you assist so this does not go flying?
Shauna looks down at the firebat suit,
I'm just sort of sitting on top of it, like pointing at a corner.
sighs. One of the
Is the firebat suit just standing there? Like
Yeah.
Rachel's not having a candlelight dinner with it?
Rachel's in it, guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Rachel's been in it the entire time.
Okay. I thought you had just left it there. Okay, never mind. then.
Nope, Rachel's
The
in it.
helmet's
Her
down
head,
and
like,
she's falling
she like
asleep.
pulls herself up over the top and like, oh hey, yeah, kind of busy right now.
Why does the inside of suit smell like fish?
Oh.
I'm eating dinner in here.
Oh, okay.
Jeez,
Could you
just want a
move?
little privacy.
Ugh.
Go away and mind your own business.
Could you move suit into corner so we take off ship? It does not go flying.
Yeah, I can do that.
The ship has gravity.
Yes, which also means it has acceleration.
Yes.
True.
Yes. Gravity plus velocity.
I moved the
It's
suit.
just my luck that like Dirk is like walking into the hangar at that point. The ship starts taking off. The thing splurt.
And they slam into each other.
Farewell, Dirk. I mean,
I might just have to switch out of Corlash just to save my voice.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say,
Yeah, go for it.
that's what you get.
for not submitting to Stefan?
No,
I'm not sure.
No, for choosing a difficult
for
voice.
choosing
for
that
Gary.
voice.
Is that
I'll
why?
take
That
off.
voice that makes me about to crack up every time you start speaking, no matter how serious the situation.
So,
We are flying to Char.
Yep.
and I'm getting water while we fly to Char.
All right. So the group of you, there is a little bit of a lurch when the ship hits warp speed, and those of you who are in power armor, like, steady yourselves for a second. Rachel, I would like you to make an agility check because you're not used to your power armor.
I mean, I'm out of mine, but
Yeah, I'm not wearing it on the ship.
She's eating
I'm
inside
just
of it. It's
sitting.
like
I'm
porta
sitting
potty
in
tipping
it.
over.
I'm not.
no.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a 7.
You suddenly find yourself flat on your back as the ship takes off.
Kong.
I mourn the loss of my fish taco.
I mean, it's probably still
Well,
like
I probably
depending on-
got
depending
what
on
I
how-
deserved. And
depending on how quick you were, you probably caught it like enough to like. You probably just lost a little bit of the meat, but it's probably still mostly intact.
oh. All right, I suppose.
Now it's ruined.
I will throw it on the floor.
Threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
So how long does it take to get to Char?
Yeah.
Good question. I'm going to say it's going to take about an hour. It's a real life hour, not an in-game hour.
So we all just wait here in silence for an hour.
No, it'll probably take you about an hour to fully make it to Char, just because of how far away it is. It's in the Zerg end of the Kaprulu sector.
Mhm.
So you got a little bit of downtime. Anyone doing anything? Someone's probably going to want to help Rachel, like, stand her power suit back up.
I'm actually in my room at the moment.
If
If
she
somebody
lets
tells
me
me, I
know,
will
I will
definitely
come and
go
help.
help.
But
Yeah, I'm
you
flying
gotta
the ship.
ask.
Nobody was in the hangar at that particular point in time.
At least you're in it and it didn't fall on you, because then you just slowly be crushed to death.
You're muted,
I'm on
John.
the floor. I start making fire bat angels.
Still muted.
Fire bad angels.
I've hit the unmute button like 3 times.
There you go.
Okay.
I will help. I was in the cargo bay, so I will help Rachel get back up.
You're not strong enough by yourself.
It fell over. Could Cornix have probably heard that in engineering?
Perception.
All right. Whoops, wrong.
Isn't there like
Give it
a
try?
Ava's gonna try and get a nap
I
because
will.
she definitely did not sleep on that
So-
last flight.
I'll try to pull, and failing that,
You can slide it. You just can't stand it.
walk over to the. Oh, I can slide it. Does the cargo bay door goes? Is it like an incline up to where it seals?
17.
6.
A little bit, but the cargo bay door itself is vertical.
I'm gonna slide her over to the cargo bay door and try to use the door as leverage to like lift up, like push against the door and pull at the same time. Try to use the resistance of the ship itself to help angle up.
You know you
So,
can
yeah.
move the legs.
I don't hear anything because I have my Zune plugged in.
Um,
You're
Cornix-
welcome.
you definitely hear the slam as the power armor hits the floor in the cargo bay.
All right, he will walk down
And then you
there,
hear metal sliding. just-
and try 3 times, just like Korlash always does. And he will use telekinesis move object, and he will just pick it up.
So as Korlash is dragging the power armor, there's a moment of like weightlessness, and the armor like lifts into the air and rotates 90 degrees with Rachel still inside it and sets down.
You are muted.
And he doesn't say
Sorry.
anything, just
Korlash,
turns around and walks away.
Korlash is going to assume he did that and just go.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
That was brilliant.
And then
Alright,
walk
anyone have anything else they're doing?
Nope, I'm cracking a beer in the pilot chair.
I'm
Alright.
sleeping a bit.
Oh wait, yes. Cornix is using his memory crystal and just kind of recounting and storing his perceptions of Korlash's various evolutions from quadruped to biped to sapient.
I will actually make my way up to the cockpit.
All right.
Howdy.
Hey,
What can I do you for?
none, just seeing how it's going up here. So let me ask you something. What's this crew like? Because I'm having a hard time getting a read off everyone.
Well, and he'll lean over, grab a can of beer, and throw it at you.
Catch it. Yep.
I mean, if I had to sum it up
Ooh,
in one
good sound
word-
effect.
yeah.
You're
Spot on.
welcome.
If I had to sum it up in one word, I'd say different.
I mean, that's fair from what I've seen. Ain't
I mean,
never
we-
served on no group with,
Yeah, me neither. Most of the stuff I've been used to is scouting and recon type stuff on exploratory missions where I'm by myself.
Okay.
So- Groups.
So group dynamics, not something that you're particularly.
It's new, but not
Yeah.
something. I
I
don't
mean,
mind.
I get it.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of time on my own between a few brief stints with a couple groups. But yeah, so
I mean, Ava will make sure you don't die, so that's always good.
right,
Don't die near Fang; he'll try to eat you.
makes sense.
He does that with everything. Make sure Cornix has been pretty good about picking stuff up before Fang gets to the bodies. But if you're near one, just grab what you can off of it before he gets to it.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah, he'll eat pretty much anything, won't he?
yeah, I saw that motherfucker eat a shotgun.
Well,
Metal
no,
and
that's a
everything.
waste of a goddamn shotgun.
That's what I said. But he couldn't talk then. And
mean-
it did just blow out the back of his skull, so
You
I
get
mean, I
shot
can't
in
fault
the
him.
face.
but and
I still wouldn't.
Cornix is
shotgun.
pretty straightforward. He just
I've got a lot of experience with those kinds of people, so I don't know.
Yeah. So far, first impressions, Protoss are all right. Zerg,
All right then.
I'm still on the fence.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
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 I ain't had huge amount, but I've run into them a little bit.
I did make a pretty penny off the info I just sold, though. So I can't. As long as he's still here, I might as well get something from it.
That's fair.
Anything else?
No,
Any
I just
questions
wanted
about
to
the
make
group?
sure that get somebody else's perspective. The doc told me sort of what the mission was, but I mean, I don't know. There seems to be some weirdness with some of the others and her, so I didn't want to. Maybe figured maybe she wasn't the best judge of everybody. Wanted somebody
Character.
with a neutral opinion. You know what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think you mentioned Rachel.
It's because I just met her. So,
Okay.
I mean, as far as I know, he's gotten the exact same... Anything that he's learned about her is what I've learned. So, as far as
Rachel makes a pretty good impression all on her
Yeah.
own.
she explains herself.
Yeah, that's yes.
Yeah.
I like the idea that all of the information Oswald is selling about Fang is going to be useless for any other Zerg.
Oh, that's fine.
Just because no other Zerg is going to be evolving like this.
Yeah, I don't
Far
think
as-
Oswald is
far as you
concerned
know.
about how it's put to use
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
he gets
How it's
paid
used,
for it.
I don't care.
It's just a funny thought that entered my head.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got hired on to, we're just Black Ops cops, basically, I guess. Patrol the sector, make sure bad shit doesn't go down when it rears.
I mean, that's an upgrade for me as far as I'm concerned. I was just doing standard mercenary work. So Black Ops, that's
Pays
like,
the bills.
yeah, that's like being hired up.
Yeah, they let me fly this thing, and it's the nicest ship I've ever flown. So
I was
close to
going to
being
say
a
it's
captain.
about the nicest
So
thing I've
close.
seen, period. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah,
that guy that got walked off shot me in the leg with a painkiller and numbed my leg, and I fucking fell when we were... I don't want to talk about it.
he's not laughing. I am.
Yeah. Oswald's not either.
Because I still think it's
He's just
hilarious.
like, yeah, no, it's fucking hilarious. But
Well, probably best he's gone then.
I mean, he was all right. But
Never forgave him for that.
yeah,
Nor should he.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
I mean, aside from that, he wasn't too much of a dick. So
To you.
yeah,
You.
hey, yeah, that's all that matters. But yeah,
So yeah, just hang out.
All right. Anyone else have anything else they're doing?
I'll probably hang out with Ava for a bit. Not to do, just to be there.
Just to be creepy Corlash.
No. You are muted, Aaron.
I said this previously, but Ava's probably taking a nap right now.
Oh, in that case, I'm hanging out in the med bay.
So he is being creepy.
I missed that part.
How about you while you sleep?
Just you wake up.
Ava, sweet.
That would be fine. Ava would just, hello, Corlash.
No. In that case, I'll hang out in the med bay. This is a good place as any while we're in transit for an hour.
All right. I need to save this image because I need it. All right. So vamp for me for a couple minutes while I set this up.
Vamping. Da 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 da.
He said vamp, not vaudeville.
Yes, that's not vamping.
So which Guardian of the Galaxy are each of us?
Drax, obviously.
I'm Groot.
No,
I feel like you're...
no.
That,
You are 100% Rocket.
Oh,
don't-
sorry. I thought you meant like in our personal lives.
No.
wait. Rachel or Corlash is Rocket?
characters. Rachel is Rocket.
Rachel is
okay.
Rocket. You're Groot. I'm Drax.
Specify, because not everybody, because you're pointing it just in front of you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I gotta say,
I
I
was
feel like...
speaking to you at that moment.
Corlash is Groot. Okay.
Yes, Corlash is Groot. I'm Drax.
Is Cornix Gamora?
Depending on which movie we're talking
I think
about.
Cornix
Yeah.
is Gamora.
Cornix is
Yeah.
Gamora.
Yes, I'm the sexy, sneaky
Or
one.
Yondu,
Deal with it,
but yeah,
bitches.
probably Gamora.
Which I guess leaves
Oswald is Star-Lord?
Star-Lord. I
Yep.
guess that leaves Ava to be Nebula.
No,
No,
Oswald
Ava
is not
is-
Star-Lord.
What's the name of the guy
No,
with the
no.
pink wife who funded
Oswald,
them?
The
Oswald is
collector?
also Rocket.
No, you're thinking of the Nova
He
Corps
talked.
guy.
The cop
Yeah.
who arrested Star-Lord.
Yeah, the Nova Corps guy.
Yes.
No, I don't think any of us are Star-Lord.
No.
No one here is that
anyone
charming
Star-Lord?
Oswald is,
or nice.
Oswald is Yondu.
No.
Most stuff for credits. I don't know. I haven't.
Like
aside from the
some
first movie,
people
I
are
haven't seen
nice enough
anything.
to be. Some people are nice enough to be Star-Lord. Some people maybe qualify as charming enough, but nobody has both in equal amounts enough to be Star-Lord.
William, tell us when we're done.
Go for like 10 more seconds. I
Okay.
just need.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think we have two.
I kinda want
I think we
Ava
have
with
two
the
rockets. I think we have two rockets in Oswald and Rachel.
Yeah.
That is not invalid.
And apparently
Yeah,
I'm
I'd say
Groot,
that's fair.
even though I can talk more than Groot can.
Um,
It depends on.
And I'm not nearly as nice as Groot.
Yeah, I feel like Dirk is sweet and naive enough to be
I
Groot.
feel like Dirk is more Groot than Drax.
I feel like Stefan was Nebula.
oh, Stefan was 100% Nebula.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
I definitely,
Yes.
I think Corlash is Drax. Just he has more in common with Drax than Groot.
I think Corlash does have more Drax than Groot. Yeah.
Fair
Groot,
enough.
Groot
Especially
cares
with
what happens
the
to other
beginning
people.
of the second movie, yes.
I haven't seen the second movie.
Okay,
I-
I am
sorry.
very, very
Oh,
jealous
God.
of this.
like
God.
Groot actually cares what happens to the rest of you, so Drax doesn't as much.
He
That's
does
fair.
give people hugs.
Yes, Corlash will
So
also
from
give people
now
hugs.
on, Corlash. So from now on,
Those aren't hugs, Corlash. Those aren't hugs.
He's
Fang doesn't get
hug
Not with your
metaphors.
teeth. No.
Don't
You
hug
not
people with your teeth.
No teeth.
Don't hug with your teeth. Oh my God.
He's
Get some mouth hug.
Hello, my name is Melvin. Would you like a hug?
Oh God.
Okay, I am just about. I just need to actually upload this, and then we're good.
So in the meantime, Dirk's gonna talk with Oswald. Just talk a little bit about.
I did
what
not
he-
expect you guys to get to this so quickly.
You were surprised that we actually got some plot accomplished.
Hey, you put
Yeah.
Jack in charge of the group. He's like, all right, let's move.
Time to
That's
move
fair.
I was
forward.
gonna say that's the difference with having Jack in charge.
Yep.
Plot points. There are plot points that must be explored.
Why do you think we force you into leadership role?
I mean, at least this
Because you're
time
bored of shopping episodes?
At least this time you know you're the leader, as opposed to finding out 30 some odd
Right,
episodes
yeah.
in.
Jesus, that was no.
I mean, I
sounded a little
feel
more
I
official.
feel like that's just because you failed to notice.
Okay,
It's not like
both
it was
of the
a
times
sudden
it was
revelation.
kind of my character's fault. It was absolutely 100%
I mean,
Lavis who codified that.
Throw Corlash out the airlocks, and we'll bring in another person who will gladly take leadership from you.
You're not putting a Tal'Darim on this ship. This is a one Protoss ship, goddammit.
Ooh,
All right.
Protoss.
Your
Supplicant.
replacement character comes on board, instantly gets shot in the head.
All right, so I'm good. Made it. So as the ship pulls out of warp over Char, you're immediately given a hail.
I'll bring it up
Okay.
on the screen.
I'm not in charge, so I don't have to answer those hails.
Um,
I'll let Cornix know, hey, we got a hail.
So what's it like being a captain? You have to answer
Oh.
the damn phone all the time.
As I feel the ship come out of warp, I'm gonna head up to the cockpit, just because I feel like it
I'll
might
probably head to communications
it
once
might
I
be
feel that.
good to have a Zerg in the cockpit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just not gonna answer or speak up because it's my job.
So Coronix will go to either comms or the cockpit, whichever one is more.
all right, you're probably closer to the cockpit at this point.
Okay.
Let's get cramped in here.
So appearing on the screen, is a mandibled, mouthless face with glowing green eyes. A head of carapace swoops back over behind it, and tendril-like appendages drape from the head as two very, very articulate, like dexterous clawed hands just kind of rest in sort of a weaving motion in front of them as they look at the group of you. There's no mouth, but a voice emanates from the creature as it speaks, the mandibles clacking in front of it. Greetings, Terrans. I am Zagara, Overqueen of the Swarm. Welcome to Char. I have been informed of your search. You will find the remains of the Terran General Warfield's compound off of a mesa overlooking the lava. There is a starport suitable for your needs. Be careful. Not all of the Zerg on this land are kept in check by my queens. Oh, that voice hurts.
We thank you for your warning. We will endeavor to disturb your world as little as possible.
Oh, there is little so few as you could do to disturb Char. Good hunting, Task Force. And she's gone.
Challenge accepted. Just kidding.
All right. So that's a person we just met.
I would like,
So, who's got some nukes?
if at all possible,
Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
if at
I
all
don't know what you're talking
possible,
about. She seemed perfectly nice.
it would be wise to land not on the ground.
I mean, right?
Oswald, can you get an approach to the starport she mentioned?
Yep.
My
I'll-
kind can tunnel up through the ground. Would not be
Right.
good to be surrounded immediately upon stepping out.
I'm sure,
That is a thing
The
that I have
starport.
seen.
yeah, I'm sure the starport is under a queen's control. I'm sure once we get out of that area is when shit might happen. So I'll listen to the captain.
Cautious approach would be advisable, but yes.
Yeah.
We will take the Queen's advice as far as our landing zone is concerned. And I'll go down to the hold and let Shauna Briggs know we've arrived.
All right. You let her know that you've arrived, and she just kind of looks over her shoulder at you. All right. I'll make my way in the air then. She opens up the cockpit of the Wraith and hops inside.
And I clear out of the cargo bay in case she's gonna vent this thing to open space.
Yep.
It would be wise to get the fire bat out of the cargo bay as well.
Well,
Miss Rachel,
Yeah.
might want to leave we might want to leave the cargo bay.
All right.
that, or you can just turn on your mag boots and just trust the fact that the suit is sealed.
Well, we're also in atmosphere, so aren't we?
Yeah, you're in Atmo by now. You just don't want to
okay.
fly out.
Yeah.
You just don't want to fly out the
Right.
cargo bay door.
Yeah, you still have an open.
Just want to be
That will be
secure.
concern for
Yeah.
Fang or Coronix, as I understand it.
No, Corlash and Cornix don't care about the void. The squishy Terrans do, but not.
Now we do care about falling from orbit, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
there's that.
hurts.
Well, I wouldn't fall, but yeah.
No, you would be out of space, so you would in fact fall.
No, I'm out of Atmo, not in Atmo.
No, out of Atmo
Yeah.
you wouldn't
Yeah,
fall.
out of Atmo,
Yeah,
I wouldn't fall.
out of Atmo, you'd probably be okay.
Well,
Yeah,
not to
but-
mention propulsion concerns from ship 4.
Yeah.
Engine
Yeah, like-
wash, decaying orbit, that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of you either turn on mag boots or get out of the cargo bay as the hangar door drops and the Wraith jettisons and takes a flight path adjacent to the group of you. As you're flying, you also notice a flight of massive bat-winged creatures that almost have like a worm-like bodily appearance. There's an upper like torso-like creation that flaps a pair of bat-like wings as a worm-like extension curves around underneath it. Those of you who have military experience or are familiar with Zerg recognize these as mutalisks, which are Zerg air superiority units. They take up sort of a wing flank formation around the side of you and appear to be basically shoving off other Zerg flyers that might be getting too nosy about this ship,
So they're flying escort for us.
basically.
All right.
The only image I have of those are the ones from StarCraft's cartoons.
You can also look in the core book.
Yeah,
Or actually,
Yeah.
no, it'd be in the Zerg. It'd be in the Zerg book, actually.
like
The Zerg
I've
supplement.
seen that picture, but I always think of the StarCraft's one.
Cornix goes back to his quarters, grabs his spear, and heads towards the airlock. Corlash,
Yes.
you and I will perform initial recon once we land. Ensure that the landing zone is clear of outside interference, since you and I are most likely able to proceed with the least amount of notice.
Very well.
I'll look over at Dirk,
Do you have another one of those?
pointing at the shotgun that he has.
Are you gonna eat it?
No.
I heard you eat them. Do you know how to load a shotgun? Ain't the same.
Could you show me very quickly?
It took me 2 hours to show you how to turn on and off the safety.
I do not think I will be needing the safety on Char.
First of all, do
I
you even
look
have
over-
a second
I look
shotgun?
I don't think
Yes,
we
you
have
do,
a second.
but it
Oh, wait.
is mine.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. but it
Actually,
is-
let's be honest. If the equipment person said, "I want your shotgun," Ava would hand it over.
If there
But it's
if
Ava's.
there wasn't one in the armory, then he would have said no.
No, Ava's stuff is
Okay.
safely locked up, but it's
Unfortunately,
locked up.
there ain't one in there.
Also, you would also have to put an extended rail on your shotgun to use it with your powered armor.
Very well.
Oh, well, I
Fortunately
can't
not.
use it, but I have one.
Yeah, you have one. Your shotgun has an extended rail though, Dirk, because you
Yeah.
use it with power armor.
Right.
Hopefully, then, we will not be spotted from the air.
Sure you don't want a little bit of extra firepower out there? Manpower? Captain?
We'll be attempting a stealth reconnaissance first, and then we will call you over the communicators for the second phase of disembarking.
Second skin is not very quiet or unseen.
Yeah. So I guess when we land, two of us are going off. Stealthy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Stealth
All right.
time.
Roll it.
I am invisible as hell.
So am I.
All right, the two of you sneak off the ship. You are currently on a space platform. As you step out, the acrid heat immediately rushes over you. This place probably hasn't known moisture in a good century.
Awesome.
Everywhere you look, there is lava and craggy, parched, hot rock. If you look at the map in Roll20, you're currently sitting on that platform on the left.
Okay.
Looking off across what appears to be a lake of lava, you see destroyed and desiccated remnants of what looks to have once been a Terran command center. Looking over the safety railing, you see a lake of lava.
Cornix will pull out his communicator and hail Shauna from wherever she's flying, routing it through the ship's comm systems, probably. Where should we begin our search for Richter?
You get a response. Start by getting off that platform. It's going to be hard enough as it is. I'll keep sweeping and see if I can find anything anomalous that matches Richter's tactics.
Very well. All right, so we've got a lake of lava in front of us. Is there any sort of overpass or structure for crossing it?
There appears to have once been a bridge that connected to the compound, but it looks like the other end of it has been completely destroyed.
Okay. Cornix is going to stealth out. 23 on his stealth. And try and find if there's anything in the area or on the platform that might serve as vehicle or support transit.
I mean, we've got a Jeep.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but
and
Jeep doesn't drive through lava.
No.
no, the ship can also hover.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does drive through lava just for only about 3 feet.
It drives
Yeah,
through lava
I saw Dante's
once.
Peak. I know how it goes. But yeah, he's looking around for any sort of potential alternate routes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do as well. I'm just gonna see if there are any that people other than me could take to specify. I don't know what you want me to roll for that.
Sorry, what are you looking for?
We're looking for routes down from here and onto the landscape.
Roll perception.
That doesn't go through lava.
$26.
What is my perception game? 24.
All right, so the two of you notice this facility is built like the starport facility is built into the mountainside. There are two options. You could either go around the outside and try and scale the rock surface, or potentially there may be some tunnels inside the facility itself that might allow you to get further out.
Koronix would recommend going through the facility. Tunnels safer than open sky.
I would like to make a. Is there anything on
And-
there's a tactics skill.
I mean,
I guess I would probably
Yes,
make a
there
tactics
is.
roll for that. Nice.
Corlash, there's more to the thought while you're making that roll.
Okay.
Either way, you're surrounded by potential enemies, but within tunnel, potential enemies are closer, easier to strike back at.
That is a 17 on tactics.
Yeah, so odds are good that if this area is not protected by a queen trying to keep the Zerg off of you, and you have no idea of telling when a queen's influence begins and when it ends, so inside the tunnels you'd have probably a lot more closed space, a lot less room to maneuver, but also a lot less room for enemies to hide. That said, in the facility, you're less, and in the facility, you're less likely to have Zerg burrowing underneath you because it's solid steel.
Right.
Climbing over the mountain, you got open view to see threats coming, but at the same time, there's more room to burrow, and you're also more exposed yourself.
Yep.
Also, it's a climb. Not sure how everyone would handle climbing.
Right. Especially people who might not be fully acclimated to their power armor yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Also, flamethrower much better in close proximity than against the sky.
Shrewd tactical analysis, Corlash. We will proceed underground. Local area appears to be clear, and we are recommending a subterranean approach to the facility.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Okay.
Gather your weapons, and let us proceed forward.
so clarification: can I use my pistol in my power armor or no?
It doesn't unless it has the grip extension. You can't use the weapon. But I will say there is at least one pistol that has a grip extension that you can use.
I will find the one that has a grip extension then.
Well, you could retcon it and say that you got all the modifications you needed to the weapons you're going to use while we're on Unity.
Yeah, you can also do
We
that.
have the money for it.
Yeah, we do.
By the way,
Fair enough. I will figure
We
out
can
how much it
rebuild it.
costs later,
We
but I
have the
got an
technology.
extension for the shotgun, and I'm just using the pistol that already has the quality.
All right, cool.
I just want to point out that today is apparently National Eat What You Want Day, or as Corlax would call it, a day.
It's a day ending in.
Right?
It's a day ending in Y.
Oh, don't start that.
None of the days in ever and end in a Y.
No, they
I
don't.
don't want to know about StarCraft.
Oh no, these days do end in a Y.
Yeah,
I mean, unless
Because
you're
these are people
terrible.
from Earth, so yeah, they probably still use standard,
unless you're a Zerg or a Protoss.
right? But who knows their perceptions on time? So yeah, where is the closest tunnel entrance that we can find?
Well, if you look at the image I got for you on Roll20, you're basically standing on that outer platform on the left. Like
Okay.
you're in that area with the rails, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're right here.
So
You would go. The entrance is basically right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So
right
we have
behind us.
we're going into the facility and then into tunnels.
Okay.
Tunnels
Yeah.
are inside the
All
facility.
right. Cornix is going to tell Corlash to wait for the other four, and Cornix is going to go first by himself, a little ways ahead.
I will lead the pack while you are gone.
Like physically lead, not.
I know, that's not Ava.
That's Oswald.
Your medical laser is item upgrades. Let me get you.
Sorry, I
Upgrade
couldn't
details.
find it. Not.
Medical
immediate.
delivery system is page 134.
Thanks.
So yeah, we'll let's head out.
And you got a full hit of nanites.
Great.
So I'll give Cornix a good head start and wait while everybody else is gathering on the platform.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got all my gear.
Come
I'm on the
out.
platform.
While
Gauss rifle over one shoulder.
while it is not possible for you all to be silent, keep your eyes open while in the caverns.
And William, when I'm cloaked, I get a +10 to my stealth roll, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. 26. Not rolling the greatest, but
All right. You move silently into the facility. As you enter the first door, you're shocked that some of these lights are still functioning, but Terrans do have very long-lasting power supplies. That said, this entire facility has fallen into rampant disrepair. There are claw marks and dust all across the surfaces. Actually, the thing that shocks you is that there isn't dust everywhere.
okay.
There's dust along most of the walls, but several of the corridors appear to be traveled enough that dust is not settled. There's shattered glass on several of the rooms that you pass by. Many of the lights are flickering. Several of them are off. Whole sections of this facility are dark by lack of light. But this area, it looks like you're walking into a facility in Silent Hill.
Okay.
It's super dark. Everything's broken down. But not everything appears to be abandoned.
Okay. With a 20 on survival, can I identify? Are most of the tracks Zerg? I'm assuming they don't look like bipedal footprints.
Most of the tracks are bipedal, actually.
Ah, okay. Interesting. We will keep going until I see somebody.
So once everybody's ready, I'm going to lead them into the facility.
Yep.
Were you about to ask something, Jeremy?
Huh?
Were you about to ask something?
No, I was just waiting on.
Oh.
Once we started moving.
Yeah.
I'm bringing up the rear.
Yeah. As we're heading in, this reminds me a lot of the first unit I was in. After I left the first mercenary unit I was in, sort of creeping in on a situation. Yeah, this is real similar.
Keep your eyes
Yeah, I don't like tunnels.
open.
And I will stealth ahead, not too far. I'm not going to stealth to where they're out of sight of me. But so that if something starts to try sneaking up on them, I can get the jump on it first.
All right.
Stealthy.
I will lead them. Fuck, where'd he go?
Keep moving forward. Listen for my voice.
44.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a perception check, even though my perception is
Yeah.
not great.
Nope. I'm too busy looking out behind us, looking at that giant lake of fucking lava.
And yeah, I'm stealth, but I'm sort of herding them and keeping an eye out for anything trying to sneak up on them while we move.
Rolling perception. Coronix also rolling perception.
All right.
22.
All right, let me roll.
44 stealth, 22 perception.
13.
I like double. I like that my perception is exactly half my stealth.
Okay then. All right. Coronix, because you got a different DC than everybody else. As you're moving ahead into the facility to try and find a route inside the tunnels, you hear what sounds like as you're listening for the footsteps of your comrades, you also hear more irregular footsteps. Clunk, 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 clunk,
Headed towards me?
Away from you, towards the other group.
Oh, like somebody behind me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm doubling back to see what that is.
As the group of you reconvene, as Coronix catches up with the group of you, several, as you're moving through a hallway, you can hear the sounds of footsteps. They're not normal footsteps. They're awkward, half-time, like something is not used to walking with these legs.
Infested. Beyond the watch.
And I'm gonna go on a hunt.
You don't have to. A moment later, a glass window shatters again, and a spray of bullets flies through the room. I need everyone to make agility checks.
Do I need to?
Yes, because it's just a spray. It's not
Okay.
whether they can see you or not.
Just straight agility.
Agility or acrobatics? Whatever. Is there a skill attached to this, or what?
This is a combat encounter dodge. So let me check.
Combat encounter dodge.
Evading. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics checks. Remembering that if you are in power
10.
armor and not untrained, your acrobatics are reduced by 4?
Yeah, it's -4.
Yeah, so that's actually a 13 that Rachel rolled.
That's still enough, fortunately for her.
20!
Okay. My computer. I don't know if I've already dropped, but I may be dropping.
Your camera has frozen, but your audio is still working.
And you're still
Okay.
in roll 20.
Yeah,
You are
but
still in
roll 20 is not getting along with me.
Whether or not your acrobatics roll is going to roll, we don't know.
Yeah.
I got a 21.
Nice.
That's with a -2.
All right. Let me roll acrobatics for Ava. I just need to find her sheet. Ava's acrobatics is not bad.
Fuck everything. All right.
Just barely not good enough though. So where are Zerg infestation? Common infested minions.
Infested Marines. They have guns that are also infested. These are not bullets, they're bits of Zerg.
Fused heavy gauss rifle.
Yikes.
Half damage. So that's 24 damage to Ava and to...
Oh, there went Aaron.
Oh. There they went. That's 24 damage to Ava and Coronix, reduced by armor only after it gets through your shields, Jack.
Right.
And 12 damage to everyone else that made it.
Wait, what did we have to hit? Or
13, you made it.
13? Okay.
So that's 12 damage reduced by your armor, which I believe for
I'm
you-
uninjured.
I'm
yeah,
uninjured.
for those of you in power armor, nothing happens.
I take a small amount of damage.
Plink, plink, plink.
Yeah.
Did a fly just fly by my head?
No, Rachel,
As-
that was gunshots.
Oh,
And
how
as
nice.
as a group of infested Marines sort of drag themselves into view, power armor swarmed with Zerg biomass as shattered helm visors reveal horribly twisted and mutated former human faces, tendrils where mouths should be, and as they in unison just woefully utter, "For the swarm." That is where we'll end for the night.
All right. Well, we have been Final Show Films. We produce a wide variety of content every day of the week. You can check us out on our website at finalshowfilms.com. You also check us out on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms if you'd like to support us financially. Thank you, by the way, speaking of financial support, to the 100 bits we received via our chat, thanks to us being a Twitch affiliate. Thank you to Kat once more for donating 100 bits to us. We appreciate that. We also appreciate our $25 tier supporters, Chris Comfort and Antitonic, without whom we wouldn't be able to do quite as much as we do already. We are currently at our $100 a month Patreon goal, which pays for our separate podcast feeds. Our next goal is $500 a month, which pays for Jack to be editing out of your pocket, not mine. So that would be really appreciated if you guys could throw us a couple bucks our way that way. We also appreciate the folks over at 411mania.com, and we just so happen to know a guy who knows a little bit about 411mania.com. Jack, could you tell us a little about 411mania?
411mania.com is a geek opinion column site promoting all aspects of nerd and geek culture. They cover wrestling, some games, some comics, music. Jeremy here writes opinion columns for all sorts of cool stuff. If you want to know about all the new and exciting things happening in the worlds of entertainment, wrestling, and all that sort of thing, go on over to 411mania.com. Check it out. They're pretty awesome.
Jeremy, is there anything you'd like to add to
Blind
that?
Spot got renewed.
We also cover movies, TV, games, all of the TV renewal news. There was a ton of it over the last few days. If you want to know anything, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back? We have that answer. Come check us out. Yes, it is. Sorry,
Yay!
Spoiler alert, so you don't have to read the article and go to the site. I'm horrible. I did. No, I'm kidding. But yes, it is coming back.
So long as you didn't write the article, we don't care.
No, I did.
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, we care.
But no, I mean, and all of the stuff which DC related show has been ordered at Sci-Fi.
Ooh.
So on and so forth. Come check us out. We've got all that. We've got opinion columns. Want to know the most anticipated movies this summer? I've got that. We roll.
All right, and we appreciate them for putting all our stuff up there. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you're rewatching it because you watched it live on Twitch, thanks a lot. And if you haven't watched it on Twitch, you're missing out. It's a lot of fun. So, we will see you all next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Later.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right.